welcome to it. It's Out and About on a Saturday morning. My name is Puleng Molebatsi, and this is Channel Africa, the African perspective. It's about to get litty. As you can see, I'm all green for go, go, go. We are not stopping down. A big thank you to Ntsako and Nombuso for delivering us to Out and About. So we're going to cruise very nicely. We have Nigeria in the mix. I like when Nigeria is in the mix. They always have something great to offer. We have a great artist that we're going to be talking to today, all the way from Niger, and then we'll take a trip to Limpopo to relax, unwind, and get our glow back. And of course, we're going to wrap things up with arts and entertainment news. But yesterday was Mandela Day, so we're going to touch base in terms of what happened in Cape Town to find out what Richards Bay was all about. And we'd like to encourage you to please follow us on social media. It's a Channel Africa 1. Let's get the show on the road. Hello.
Hi there. Do you want to elevate your business and give it a voice in South Africa and Africa as a whole? Well, in that case, let Channel Africa make this a possibility. Channel Africa is willing to advertise your business for as little as 30,000 rands or $1,719.18. To get access to these great rates, send all requests to mukwenata@SABC. That's MOKOENATA@SABC. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Her name is Puleng Molebatsi, and she's on Out and About. Highly spiritual.
Coming up after the news at 9 o'clock, we have On the Move with Palisa and Benjamin. Good morning, Palisa.
Morning, Peter. How are you?
Always fabulous. Thank you very much indeed.
Doing good. Well, let me tell you a story, Peter. If you look, in fact, just outside this window, right, so you can see the street right next to us. There's a street like coming through, a residential street coming this way. Back in varsity, I went to the University of Johannesburg, the Bunting Road campus on our right, and there's the Kingsway campus on our left. A friend of mine and I went to the library. We couldn't find the book we wanted, so we walked to the Kingsway campus, to that library. Got there, found what we needed, and then walked down through this residential area. And as we were about to reach, like a few meters just before the SABC here where we are, we got mugged by two guys, and we got mugged in front of a group of men doing construction in one of those residential houses. They just watched it happen, and everything happened. The guys took our phones and they ran off, got in a car, shoot. We're obviously devastated. They went on to do the work that they wanted to do. So we're speaking about, I'm telling you the story because in the first hour of the show, we're speaking about community involvement in addressing personal crises. And we're finding out the question, have you ever witnessed someone in distress and said nothing? Or you were too scared or nonchalant to intervene? So that's the conversation we're having in the first hour of today's show.
Wow. I mean, it's an interesting one. And sadly, especially gender-based violence. Yeah. Everybody sees it, everybody hears it, and for some reason, it's a difficult thing for people to intervene. I'm fascinated to hear about that conversation.
Africa is a story, a living, breathing, ever-evolving masterpiece. And for over 5 decades now, one voice has told it like no other. Channel Africa. More than just a broadcaster, Channel Africa is the pulse of the continent. African-led, African-run, and deeply rooted in its heritage. It's the only international station that speaks to Africa in its own voices: English, Kiswahili, Chinyanja, French, and Portuguese. The languages that unite 1 billion people. We have been there through every shift, every milestone, and every triumph. Not just reporting history, but shaping the conversations that define Africa's future. For brands, media planning, and advertisers, Channel Africa is more than just a platform. It's an opportunity. With 25 compelling shows covering current affairs, sports, business, music, and lifestyle, we deliver an engaging Pan-African audience ready to connect, invest, and act. Multi-award winning, internationally recognized, digitally accessible across the globe. When Africa speaks, the world listens, and Channel Africa makes sure of it. For business, for culture, for Africa, partner with Channel Africa, because Africa's voice is the future. Africa has a voice, and that voice is Channel Africa. It keeps you in motion, speaking, singing, questioning, rising. Wake up with Rise and Shine 6 till 9. Peter and Asanda, as they bring you breaking news, sharp analysis, and the voices that shape the day. At mid-morning, we get on the move with Palisa and Benjamin, digging into the African lifestyle, people, and the things that make Africa smile. 12 till 1, Africa Update with Lulu Kabu, getting in-depth, powerful stories, and the perspective you won't hear anywhere else. The Upside, 1 till 4, live and real, with Tepuho Likweleni and Nompumelelo Ngubeni. Tame Ngubeni talks money, Africa in business, 4 till 5 p.m. 5 till 6, we put on a little bit more color. Vue d'Afrique with Joel Moteba. We go to East and Central Africa and find Darubinia Africa with I Am Shakif. Madapiri gives us some life. Zochitika, 7 till 8 p.m. Maria Mokumalo comes in 8 till 9. We get some Lucifer knowledge. Kalodiscopia. 9 till 10. We take a look in Africa and beyond. Africa World Hour with Sipiso Makwetla. And we close it up with some love. The Hotlines with Shailen Dikumana. 10 till 12 p.m. on Channel Africa. Across borders, across time zones. On air, online. This is Channel Africa.
Hey guys, so it's about 30 minutes before we have to go onto the show and go live, and we're just having our own little briefing session with the team. We've got our producer in the background, Unsako. We've got my amazing co-host, Mateko Mosito.
Also, I'm not amazing.
We've got Unsako that side. And we just, just getting our ducks in a row for the show. Once we go live, there's no turning back. You make mistakes, we make them on air, but we try our best to prepare and ensure that we don't do that when we go on. And when we do, we laugh about it, guys. We're only human. But this is how it looks like when we're just getting ready for the show. Enjoy. Here we go. Mix. Let's go. Come on. Let the creative juices flow.
The tree, what's at the bottom of it?
The root.
Thank you. If I'm not excited, like I'm just sitting around, I have nothing to do.
Bored.
Thank you. If it's not mist, it's
Mist.
mist. If it's not mist in the morning, you can't see the road. It's like a cloud.
Bright and early in the morning.
Like in the
Sometimes your brain experiences.
it rhymes with dog.
Fog.
Thanyou. I don't know this one.
This one, guys. Hi, guys. Come on.
What is this? When I'm doing this,
Gun
thank
shooting.
you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're so
funny.
Thank you.
Alright.
Nice and easy,
Good.
clean. Don't forget what caught your eye at 22.
Yes.
And then,
yes.
yeah, we're good.
Fantastic.
23, my love.
Oh, okay. Show me your name on it.
Re kene ka intro ele.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hi, man.
Go! Coming to you all the way from the Auckland Park Studios in Johannesburg, South Africa, this glorious Thursday afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are live on our social media platforms at Channel Africa on Facebook and YouTube. And of course, if you have DSTV, it's 802 OpenView channel 628. Download the SABC Plus app so you can take us with you wherever you go. Good afternoon to you, Mateko. How are you doing this afternoon?
My dearest.
All right, this one was Natondiwa by Ben Decker, and bringing us now to 18 minutes after 9 Central African time. Still out and about, so all the great, colorful, eccentric, expressive individual, this is your time to shine. Make sure that you follow us. I hope you're streaming also and you follow this journey. But before we get into the business of the day, we've got great news for sports lovers. Now, SABC Sports brings you Chasing the Sun, which is a powerful five-part documentary series about the Springbok, telling the rousing tale of their path to redemption and ultimate World Cup glory back in 2019. Starting the 13th of July at 7:30 p.m. on SABC2. You can tune in every Sunday for their highs, their heartaches, and the heroics that made rugby history. Stream every chapter on SABC Plus, anytime, anywhere, no subscriptions needed. Don't miss Chasing the Sun this Sunday also at 7:30 p.m. on SABC2. Be there when history shines. All right. I mean, I told you and I promised you guys that we're going to be taking a trip to Limpopo. So I'm sure you're thinking, okay, but where? I'm sure we've heard it all. I'm sure we've done it all. Do we have to go back there again? I say, yes, honey, yes. There's always really cool things happening in that province. It's one of the provinces that I go, I put my bottom dollar on. And also, it always has something to give. So I say we now welcome the guests. So we're going to be taking a look now, specifically at the place called Velge Vonden Game Reserve, about their unforgettable, breathtaking experience. It's a game lodge that has a lot in store for tourists, and Velge Vonden Game Reserve is located in the heart of what UNESCO has declared water bag biosphere. It is a malaria-free reserve, and it is home to more than 50 mammal species. Ooh, that's a lot, including the big fives. And then there's also over 350 types of birds. But beyond the game drive, there's also wildlife. And it's the silence, the space, and the sense of immersion that they promise that you will walk away with if you take a trip down there. I do have my guest on the line who's going to tell us all about it. It is Marlies Malden, who is now on standby. Good morning, Marlies.
Good morning, Puleng. How are you and the listeners?
All is good. Are you at the game reserve?
I wish. Hopefully soon.
I was like, I'm sure those lots and lots of mammals. How do you guys know for sure that that's how many mammals are there? That's quite a lot.
The safari guides and the conservationists, they do keep track of, all the sightings and that. And so definitely Velgevonden is home to the big five, which we know is it's very popular to see the big five. And yes, they do keep track every time they go out on a sighting on what they've seen.
Mm-hmm. So what would you say? Apart from the fact that the Waterberg region is amazing and it's forever green, what makes the resort a perfect destination, though, for what you guys promise that you will get the quiet, the peace, and the serenity?
Okay, I'm gonna talk a little bit about Velgevonden and then about Clifftop, if you don't mind. So Velgevonden, specifically now in winter time, is prime game sighting because of the drier conditions. It forces the animals to gather around the water holes.
Yeah.
So it makes it so much easier to spot the wildlife. And like I said, Velgevonden is home to the big five. And there's lots of predator activity because the cooler temperatures mean that the predators, like the lions and cheetahs, are more active during the day, which enhance your safari experience. And then there's also the bird life. While migratory birds are absent, the resident species like the eagles and the vultures remain, which still offers fantastic bird watching. So that's all on Valgevonden Game Reserve. And it's also very tranquil. It's the crisp, clear days, and you've got stunning, stunning scenery. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Kliptop, obviously. Now, Kliptop, the name says it all. We refer to it as Kliptop, your exclusive safari hideaway. Now, that already says a lot. Now, Puleng, you can just imagine waking up in the morning, and then you have this beautiful view of the sweeping cliffside from your deck, from your room. And every room makes you think like, wow.
What's going on?
There's dramatic landscapes, there's world-class cuisine, and there's that seamless blend of comfort and venture. And Kliptop is about to create that extraordinary experience. Now I'm just quickly going to take a few seconds. I just looked at the lunch menu and the spa menu, and I just want to emphasize something here.
Yeah.
On the lunch menu, now I just caught the main course. There are 3 main courses you can choose from. Ostrich bobotie with spiced pear and pomegranate rice, or tandoori chicken and grilled peach salad with a creamy herb and yogurt dressing, or beetroot and ricotta open ravioli. Now, if that doesn't make your taste buds tingle, I don't know what would.
Did you say ostrich bobotie?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
that one I've never heard of before.
Yes, it's absolutely beautiful. I actually had it 2 weeks ago when I was there, and it was really, really tasty.
I must not forget so that I can also try that one out.
Absolutely. I can definitely recommend that. And then the spa. There's also the spa where you get your spa treatments in your room. There's the Teranaka African Awakening Massage, which is inspired by the Marula tree. It's a full-body massage. And then one of the other treatments that jumped out at me is the Teranaka African Wood Massage. Now, that mimics the rhythm of the African dance. And both these massages are 90 minutes long. And besides all of this, I mean, you tantalizing your taste buds, you can have a relaxing massage. We also have Wi-Fi, because though you're in paradise, you still want to be connected. And I think the best thing is from a logistical point of view for Kliptop. It's just under a 3-hour trip from Johannesburg, so it's ideal for a quick 2-night stay, a quick escape. And even for those who want to arrive in style, we have 2 helipads. So you can fly in and start your luxury. At the moment you take off, you can actually start your luxury experience.
Oh, wow. So, it reminds me of Palala. I know they also have a helipad. So helipads are becoming a thing in these game resorts.
It is, because it's a quick in and out. It's obviously a much more convenient than driving. Though the drive is a scenic drive, but if you want to do it in luxury, you can. Obviously, you have to make arrangements before, to get permission to land at Valgevonden. But it is definitely becoming a trend.
Okay. So there's specifically winter to-do lists, and I'm sure there's summer to-do lists. And I think you've kind of touched on the winter to-do lists in terms of what stands out. And a lot of people, yes, they want to go and try out the outdoors, but they also want to relax, take it easy. So it's always a big thing in winter to kind of do the whole 90 minutes massage. But what happens in summer? I'm sure people would like to plan for that season as well. Just because we are within the cold weather doesn't mean summer is not on its way.
Of course. Obviously, in summer, there are the beautiful thunderstorms, and the emerald landscape, which absolutely creates a photographer's paradise. And because it's quite warm, the safaris are scheduled early morning or late evening to avoid the heat. And then it also offers you a viewing of the water holes, because animals that do frequent, early morning, late afternoon to the water holes. From Kliptop's point of view, we do cater for summer. We've got infinity pools. Each of the suites have got the unique deck with a plunge pool, and there's an infinity pool at the main building. And there's shaded decks. And then also the cuisine. I've spoken about the cuisine. The seasonal menus do reflect nature shifts. So in summer, the meals are more light and it's more fresh than in winter. In winter, we have the hearty soups, but in summer, it's the light, fresh dishes.
You got me at Infinity Pool. I think we can end the show. Infinity Pools. Okay. So, Marilise, what are your social media handles for those that will also like to have a visual of everything that we just spoke about today?
Thanks, Puleng. Our Facebook is at Clifftop Lodge, and Instagram is at Clifftop_exclusive_safari.
All right. Thank you so much for giving us a plenty dose, quite a lot of formal dose this morning. For people that are there, honestly, I wish I was them. I haven't gotten out of the city in a very long time. And I think we're always thinking, oh, but where can I go? So now that you reminded us, how many hours from Joburg, by the way? But not with the helipad. I'm sure with the helipad, helicopter is like 2 minutes.
Not the helipad.
But for us that are going to be driving.
It's just under a 3-hour drive. It's easy. It's in1 to Polokwane, and you take a turn off Modimolle, Valwater, and there you are.
Oh, cool. It's not even far.
It's not far at all.
It's on my hit list. Thank you so much for chatting to us this morning.
Thanks, Puleng. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
Okay, and that brings us to 29 minutes past 9 Central African time. It is that place that I still struggle to pronounce, but you better Google it and Google it right now. It's Velge Voden Game Reserve. Check it out. Go. It's just 3 hours if you're in the city of gold. Definitely on my hit list. It's been such a busy week. We're about to make it an even busier weekend. So stay right here.
You heard something you like on Channel Africa and you would like to hear it again. Worry not, we've got your back. Just go to our website, www.channelafrica.co.za, and look for our podcast.
That you got the memo that this show is wearing black today. Our social media specialist is wearing black. Excellent. Our madam producer is in black. You are in black. I'm in black. I love it for us.
Black.
All black.
We actually need to do a photo shoot.
And actually, a group photo.
Group photo.
Hello there, my name is Matsako Musito and I am contributing as co-host on a show called The Upside here on Channel Africa. We are in your company wherever you are in the African region between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. in Central African time.
Hey guys, Tebohole Kuleni here from the Upside team on Channel Africa, the African Perspective. Join us every single weekday, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Central African time for the ultimate afternoon drive show.
Bringing you lifestyle, news and views and opinion, most importantly, because that matters always, hey? So catch us on air. I, of course, work with the wonderful Tebohole Kuleni, and we are very happy to be here, so join us.
Africa has a voice, and that voice is Channel Africa. It keeps you in motion, speaking, singing, questioning, rising. Wake up with Rise and Shine 6 till 9. Peter and Asanda as they bring you breaking news, sharp analysis, and the voices that shape the day. At mid-morning, we get on the move with Palisa and Benjamin, digging into the African lifestyle, people, and the things that make Africa smile. 12 till 1, Africa Update with Lulu Kabu. Getting in-depth, powerful stories and the perspective you won't hear anywhere else. The Upside, 1 till 4, live and real with Tebogo Lepoleni and Mateko Musito. Tamengo Bene talks money, Africa in business, 4 till 5 p.m. 5 till 6, we put on a little bit more color. Vue d'Afrique with Joël Moteba. We go to East and Central Africa and find Darubinia Africa with I Am Shakif. Madapiri gives us some life. Zochitika, 7 till 8 p.m. Maria Mokumalo comes in 8 till 9. We get some Lucifer knowledge. Kalodiscopia, 9 till 10. We take a look in Africa and beyond. Africa World Hour with Sipiso Makwetla. And we close it up with some love. The Hotlines with Shailen Dikumana, 10 till 12 p.m. on Channel Africa. Across borders, across time zones, on air, online. This is Channel Africa.
Right, coming up after the news at 9 o'clock, we have On the Move with Palisa and Benjamin. Good morning, Palisa.
Morning, Peter. How are you?
Always fabulous. Thank you very much indeed.
Doing good. Well, let me tell you a story, Peter. If you look, in fact, just outside this window, right, so you can see the street next to us. There's a street like coming through, a residential street coming this way. Back in varsity, I went to the University of Johannesburg, the Bunting Road campus on our right, and there's the Kingsway campus on our left. A friend of mine and I went to the library. We couldn't find the book we wanted, so we walked to the Kingsway campus, to that library. Got there, found what we needed, and then walked down through this residential area. And as we were about to reach like a few meters just before the SABC here where we are, we got mugged by two guys, and we got mugged in front of a group of men doing construction in one of those residential houses. They just watched it happen, and everything happened. The guys took our phones and they ran off, got in a car, shoot. We're obviously devastated. They went on to do the work that they wanted to do. So we're speaking about, I'm telling you the story because in the first hour of the show, we're speaking about community involvement in addressing personal crises. And we're finding out the question, have you ever witnessed someone in distress and said nothing? Or you were too scared or nonchalant to intervene? So that's the conversation we're having in the first hour of today's show.
Wow. I mean, it's an interesting one. And sadly, especially gender-based violence. Everybody sees it, everybody hears it, and for some reason, it's a difficult thing for people to intervene. I'm fascinated to hear about that conversation.
Africa is a story, a living, breathing, ever-evolving masterpiece. And for over 5 decades now, one voice has told it like no other. Channel Africa. More than just a broadcaster, Channel Africa is the pulse of the continent, African-led, African-run, and deeply rooted in its heritage. It's the only international station that speaks to Africa in its own voices: English, Kiswahili, Chinyanja, French, and Portuguese. The languages that unite 1 billion people. We have been there through every shift, every milestone, and every triumph. Not just reporting history, but shaping the conversations that define Africa's future. For brands, media planning, and advertisers, Channel Africa is more than just a platform. It's an opportunity. With 25 compelling shows covering current affairs, sports, business, music, and lifestyle, we deliver an engaging Pan-African audience ready to connect, invest, and act. Multi-award winning, internationally recognized, digitally accessible across the globe. When Africa speaks, the world listens, and Channel Africa makes sure of it. For business, for culture, for Africa, partner with Channel Africa, because Africa's voice is the future. Africa has a voice, and that voice is Channel Africa. It keeps you in motion, speaking, singing, questioning, rising. Wake up with Rise and Shine 6 till 9. Peter and Asanda as they bring you breaking news, sharp analysis, and the voices that shape the day. At mid-morning, we get on the move with Palisa and Benjamin, digging into the African lifestyle, people, and the things that make Africa smile. 12 till 1, Africa Update with Lulu Kabu, getting in-depth, powerful stories, and the perspective you won't hear anywhere else. The Upside, 1 till 4, live and real, with Tepuho Likweleni and Nompumelelo Ngubeni. Tame Ngubeni talks money, Africa in business, 4 till 5 p.m. 5 till 6, we put on a little bit more color. Vue d'Afrique with Joël Moteba. We go to East and Central Africa and find Darubinia Africa with I Am Shakif. Madapiri gives us some life. Zochitika, 7 till 8 p.m. Mariamo Kumalo comes in 8 till 9. We get some useful knowledge. Kalodiscopia. 9 till 10. We take a look in Africa and beyond. Africa World Hour with Sipiso Makwetla. And we close it up with some love. The Hotlines with Shailen Dikumana. 10 till 12 p.m. on Channel Africa. Across borders, across time zones. On air, online. This is Channel Africa.
React with more and more and more amazing things. It was a triple play that was kickstarted by Kiss Daniel Buga. I wish and I'm praying that he doesn't become a one-hit wonder, because he gave us a banger and we want more. We want more. So come back, kids. Where did you go? And we went all the way to Tanzania with a song called Tanzania Ya Sasa with Uzuku. And right now we took a track called Day Your Day. And it is by T Mana. Guys, if I butcher your names, I'm doing my best. Okay, so like I said at the beginning of the show that yesterday, today is the 19th. You know, sometimes when you are always out there, you don't know the calendar because you work 7 days a week. So it was Mandela Day yesterday. And really cool things were happening out in Richards Bay in honor of Una. We're going to cross over to what happened, and then we will unpack a bit more when we come back. Have a listen to this.
Mandela Day has really become about how we reach beyond what we know, and even at times what we fear, to build bridges, but also to act in service of others. I was lucky enough to meet Jose Faulkner, a professional surfer from Jeffreys Bay and Pelsrose, who was helping to serve his community by using his winnings from competitions to feed kids in his community. And I was moved by this action. I was moved by his heart, his soul. And so apart from getting behind him and supporting him as a pro surfer, I wanted to do something that acknowledged his community, not just on the 18th of July for Mandela Day, but hopefully for the years and months to come. But that is now his and his family's to move forward with the Faulkner Family Trust. And as House of Mandela, we are always looking for ways to build on the legacy of not just my grandfather, but the many men and women in our family who for generations have stood with the people of South Africa. It's exciting to have DJ Don, Youngster CPT, and DJ Duop join us, because the power of music and food to unite people is so immense. And so with that, I say to everyone, I hope you've had a good Mandela Day, and that we remember that reaching out, that building bridges, that building stronger bonds in a world that often feels divided is a key part of who we are and where we can go.
It is Jeffrey's Bay Sana. And this happened yesterday, and it's a voice that you just heard. It's that of Kweku Mandela Amua. And just to sum it up, more than 1,500 residents of Jeffrey's Bay and Pelistras, they came together at Pelistras Primary School for the first ever Jeffrey's Bay community lunch, where a hot meal carried a lot of weight and much bigger dreams to feed over 200 people. So now this was what happened just yesterday, and that's the voice of the great man who is an ambassador of that particular project. And look, I always say that there's so much beauty in Africa, and we have to invest in Africans so that they can bring out the beauty that is within the continent. If we don't rally behind our people who are doing amazing things, they will not be able to carry the beauty that lies. We can't be anywhere all the time. So if we focus where we are and make great where we are, we will definitely reap the rewards. That is my Mandela Day message. Sounded profound, eh? All right, it is 9:17. It is 17 minutes before 10 Central African time. This is Out and About with myself, Puleng Molebatsi. Aneliswa is back, guys. She had been gone for like a while, so she is back now on the production side of things, and I am with Kopano as well as Utidimalo. Guys, why are you smiling so much? Okay. When we come back, we're gonna talk about telephone consultation or telemedication with my guest.
The Morning Switch Weekend with the Shy Guy.
Mazuka Wanji Nonse, Zukani, the Shy Guy, a Morning Switch.
Have you ever listened to a song and then it gives you goosebumps? Because it takes you way back in the 80s. My goodness. Yay. Woo. Hey, baby. You hear Yvonne Chaga Chaga there. I want to talk to the DJ. And then the DJ goes like, hey, baby, I've got you on the other side. Huh? There were no WhatsApps then, right? There were no sliding in the DMs at the time. Oh, man.
Your weekend mornings are activated with the Shy Guy on the Morning Switch. Your Saturday escape starts here. Join Puleng Molebatsi on Out and About on Channel Africa.
Hey guys, so it's about 30 minutes before we have to go onto the show and go live, and we're just having our own little briefing session with the team. We've got our producer in the background, Unsako. We've got my amazing co-host, Mateko Mosito.
Also, I'm not amazing.
We've got Unsako that side. And we just, just getting our ducks in a row for the show. Once we go live, there's no turning back. You make mistakes, you make them on air, but we try our best to prepare and ensure that we don't do that when we go on. And when we do, and we laugh about it, guys, we're only human. But this is how it looks like when we're just getting ready for the show. Enjoy. Here we go. Mix. Let's go. Come on. Let the creative juices flow.
The tree, what's at the bottom of it?
The root.
Thank you. If I'm not excited, like I'm just sitting around, I have nothing to do.
Bored.
Thank you. If it's not mist, it's
Mist.
mist. If it's not mist in the morning, you can't see the road. It's like a cloud.
Bright and early in the morning.
Like in the
Sometimes your brain experiences.
it rhymes with dog.
Fog.
Thank you. I don't know this one.
Which one is this one, guys? Hey, guys, come on. Huh?
What is this? When I'm doing this,
Gun
thank
shooting.
you. Yeah, no, yeah. You're
Laughing.
so
Funny.
Thank you.
Alright.
Nice and easy,
Good.
clean. Don't forget what caught your eye at 22.
Yes.
And then, yeah, we're good.
Fantastic.
23, my love.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Show your name on that.
Re kene ka intro ele. Yeah.
Go. Coming to you all the way from the Auckland Park Studios in Johannesburg, South Africa, this glorious Thursday afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are live on our social media platforms at Channel Africa on Facebook and YouTube. And of course, if you have DSTV, it's 802 OpenView, channel 628. Download the SABC Plus app so you can take us with you wherever you go. Good afternoon to you, Mateko. How are you doing this afternoon?
My dearest, I am happy that you got the memo that this show is wearing black today. Our social media...
I like this track, you know. Let us just give props when it's due. This is a beautiful, beautiful track. I mean, it's reminding me of the woman that I want to become in my golden years. I want to be umama womtandazo. I want to be one that is, you know, with the blankets there by the shoulders and scarf by the head there, you know, telling people, hey, now you must be good with the Lord. But I love this track. Let's be serious. I love this track. It's called Yibanati by Uvusi Nova. So, you know, have you ever thought about what's the best way to consult or how to consult? Is it virtual? Do you have to be there in person? I think we really just take the lead from your doctor now. Ne? So for many people, accessing essential healthcare isn't just difficult. It is a significant challenge, whether it's living in a remote area, facing transportation challenges, or simply lacking the physical strength to navigate long hospital queues. Getting the care you need can feel almost impossibly, but fortunately, innovation has paved the way for groundbreaking solutions and telemedicine. This is a transformative approach that uses technology to connect patients with healthcare professionals remotely, making medical consultations and care more accessible than before. Now joining us on the line, it is my guest, Dr. Julia Sekman. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning, Puleng. How are you?
I am great. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Would have loved to be in studio, but you know, life came in between. But I'm glad to be joining you guys.
Thank goodness for the telephone.
Yes, because
telemedicine, telecommunication, you know, we can still get it done.
Making everything possible, right? Look at technology.
Tell us about telemedicine. I think it's self-explanatory though, but you can just sum it up for us.
Yes, so basically telemedicine is patients getting healthcare access via telephone, via video calls, via text. So that's basically what it is. The patient gets to speak to the doctor without leaving their home. And it has made life so much easier, you know, for patients who have to travel very far to get to see a doctor. So with the innovation of now being able to see patients online, it has been just so much easier to get healthcare access.
So, Doctor, where do you see telemedicine having the most significant impact on people's ability to access healthcare?
So with the growth of technology, we have all seen how we all appreciate convenience. So telemedicine definitely brings us convenience, which means everyone actually gets to see a doctor and gets their health assessments. And then also when looking at people who are still living in rural areas, they have to still travel long distances to just see a doctor. And then when you get there, there's queues upon queues before you can get to see the doctor. So this type of approach has actually improved healthcare access for those patients. Looking at moms, like I'm a mom, I'm a busy mom, and to just think about how convenient it is to just call my doctor, you know, and if I need to come in, then they'll let me know, but most of the time I'll get my script, I'll get whatever I need, and I'm still at home. I don't need to leave my kids. So it has been so useful for, you know, those types of patients.
So the telemedicine industry, how do we then access it? Do I join an app or I just Google telemedicine professional?
So it's actually growing. There is multiple apps now that are coming up. And also there's a lot more doctors who are advertising their telehealth practices. You can easily search on Google. You can easily, go on TikTok, on Instagram, and you'll find a doctor who offers healthcare via telemedicine. So there are apps, but also you can get hold of these doctors online via just a Google search or a TikTok search. Very accessible.
How do you know how do you know that one is legit though?
Yeah, that is like also a big, thing that we all need to be aware of because of, how the accessibility of it is. But everyone needs to make their registration credentials available. Your registration with the HPCSA, your practice number, which patients can always double check before they book a session with you. So patients need to be very aware because now people can take advantage of the accessibility and use it to scam people. But you can always check on your doctor, ask for their credentials, and you can check on them before you make your appointment.
For you, how did you venture into telemedicine?
So for me, I just recently completed my community service in May, but in the background, I was doing a lot of social media, so I was very prominent on social media. And then after I had completed my ComServe, I didn't have the next contract, and wanting to make ends meet. I thought of, there is actually something I can do with my skills. I've heard about providing medical care via telemedicine, and I have the skills, I have the expertise. I spoke to my followers, and people told me that they would love the opportunity to get health care via telemedicine. So then I just started my practice that way, and the rest is history. But after I lost my contract, I started my practice using my skills, trying to find ways to use my skills. And I love that I can still practice medicine in this way with no gatekeeping,
All right. And, you say you started with social media, and immediately I thought about the other scandals, that has happened with doctors on social media. Because, how do you know? I mean, someone went as far as, I think there was also another doctor that would even walk into a hospital and film themselves. We are not safe anymore. And how are you able to get client bookings, doctor? What's your strategy?
As I mentioned, because I am on social media, so for me, marketing has been a little bit easier because I've used the personal brand that I've already built on social media, the trust that I had already built with people. So that has made it easier for me to get my clients. But then for someone who is starting with no personal brand, with no online presence, the first thing that I would say is try to get yourself online because that's where the world is now going. You need to get yourself online, otherwise you're going to have to pay for some sort of marketing to get clients for yourself.
But also, like I said, you are surviving the con artists, so credibility as well. So that's why I was saying, what was your strategy? Because again, the Dr. Matthew saga, literally thousands of people believed, because how could they have doubted until there were red flags?
So that is also very difficult to navigate. But I would say that we need more professionals who are real and legit online so that we can educate our patients, Our patients can get education from actually legit doctors who are online. The issue is now when people like the doctors who are conning people are taking advantage of the space is because there is no one doing it, No real doctor is actually putting themselves out there and educating patients and building a brand for themselves. But if you are a legit doctor and you put yourself out there, you have the credentials to back up your claims as a doctor, then I think it can work. And also, I feel like patients also need to take that responsibility to vet people and to make sure that wherever they are putting their money, wherever they're putting their healthcare concerns, the person is accredited, because every patient can actually check that a doctor is accredited with the HPCSA of South Africa.
All right, Doctor. Thank you so much for chatting to us this morning. What are your social media handles?
Okay, so my social media handles are at Dr. Julia Sackman across TikTok and Instagram. So it's at Dr. Julia Sackman.
All right. Thank you once again. So are you going to have to turn back now because you were on your way to the station?
Yeah, so right now I'm parked in Fenton, so I'm going to have to turn back home. But I think I'll get something to eat on the way, get something to drink, and just breathe a bit because the stress of the highway was just getting to me.
You might as well make it a celebration.
Might as well at this point.
All right, Doctor.
Yes.
Thank you once again for joining us.
Thank you so much, Puleng. Thank you for having me.
All right, that was Dr. Julia Sackman talking about telemedicine. Check her out. But then she mentioned something very important, guys. It's also our responsibility as patients to vet these doctors. You don't have to believe everything you see here because it's not always what you see is not always what it is, especially on our social media street, man. Have you seen how people can even fake being in a private jet, even though they're not even in a private jet? And you would believe, you'd think they're in a private jet, and then when they reveal the behind the scenes, you're like, wow. So let's do our homework. Especially when it comes to our health, it's very important. Your health is your wealth. We are going to go straight now to the news. I will see you on the flip side.
Nelson Mandela taught us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it.
We should all bear in mind that the greatest glory of living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time you fall.
This Mandela Month, Channel Africa salutes everyday heroes. On Channel Africa, the African perspective. Catch us on Satellite Channel PAS 10. Africa at Play with Neto and ETO Chairman.
The Confederation of African Athletics, CAA President Mr. Hamad Kalkaba Malboum, talk to us about the state of athletics in Africa as it stands, and what picture are you looking at 5 years later?
Yeah, athletics in Africa is strong. We are able to organize our major events in time. Like this year, we will have the under-20 and under-18 African Championship in Nigeria. Next year, we will have the senior in Ghana. In 2027, we will go back to Algeria to organize the under-18 and under-20. And then 2028, we will have the senior championship in Gaborone in Botswana. Well, by this program, we can increase our performance. And at the same time, we are considering the fact that within the Police Federation, they are identifying young talent every year within their national program, within the scholarship championship. And so the athletics in Africa is in good standard.
Live every Saturday and Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. Central African Time. Hi there. Do you want to elevate your business and give it a voice in South Africa and Africa as a whole? Well, in that case, let Channel Africa make this a possibility. Channel Africa is willing to advertise your business for as little as 30,000 rands or $1,719.18. To get access to these great rates, send all requests to mukwenata@SABC. That's MOKOENATA@SABC. Channel Africa, the African perspective. You like what we do on Channel Africa? Then follow us on our socials. Channel Africa 1 on all social pages. And get the African perspective. SABC News. The African perspective.
Your headlines. World Bank President A.J. Banga has arrived in Mozambique, and the South African Navy says its underfunding from National Treasury is hampering its ability to maintain maritime security. Good morning, I'm Nusipho Zuma. The president of the World Bank Group, AJ Banga, has arrived in Songo in Mozambique State Province. He's in the country for a high-level meeting with Mozambique's president, His Excellency Daniel Francisco Chapo, who has recently signaled a strong interest in deepening cooperation with the World Bank, particularly around structuring key economic projects with a focus on the energy sector. Channel Africa's business reporter Innocent Simosa is on the ground in Mozambique with more.
President Chapo also pointed to the mega project for the extraction of liquefied natural gas by Total Energies, which could be resumed at any time, and the project by ExxonMobil, an American multinational oil and gas company considered the largest investor-owned oil and gas company in the world. For the Mozambican president, the support of the World Bank in these structuring projects for the national economy, Mozambique becomes an important part of the energy solution, especially in the southern region of the continent. For Channel Africa News, I am Innocent Simosa in Teta Province, Mozambique.
The South African Navy says underfunding from National Treasury is hampering its ability to maintain maritime security. Vice Admiral Molebatsi says inadequate funding is compromising the Navy's operational capabilities and making the country's borders more vulnerable. He was addressing Parliament's Joint Standing Committee on Defence on the state of the Navy.
National Treasury can't be allowed to be a super department or a government on its own, over and above the current government. National Treasury has been ordered by the Commander-in-Chief to fund the SNDF to 1.7% of the GDP. We are mindful of the economic challenges that the country is facing, but that can be negotiable.
South Africa's Communications and Digital Technologies Department is seeking to make smartphones affordable. Minister Puleng Molebatsi says over 23 million people have no access to the internet. He has attributed this to public and private sectors' lack of infrastructure investment. Molebatsi was speaking during the South African Digital Inclusion Roundtable in Johannesburg.
We want people to have reliable high-speed internet connectivity. We are also advocating the affordability of smart devices. It is something that we are already making, modest progress in there. We have managed to lobby National Treasury to remove the luxury tax on smart devices below the 2,500 threshold. We are also championing the issue of digital public infrastructure.
Gunmen in Nigeria have killed at least 6 people and abducted more than 100 others, including women and children, in an attack on Gairu community in Nigeria's northwest Zamfara state. Zamfara is the epicenter of attacks by gangs of heavily armed men, known locally as bandits, that have wreaked havoc across the country's northwest in recent years, kidnapping thousands, killing hundreds, and making it unsafe to travel by road or on farms in some areas. Now, according to residents, the bandits stormed Kairu around on Friday, firing indiscriminately. A local lawmaker, Hamisu Faru, confirmed the attack onto Reuters, saying the assailants took no fewer than 1,000 people, including women and children. And finally, U.S. President Donald Trump has filed a lawsuit in a Florida court against 2 journalists from the Wall Street Journal, the paper's owner, publisher, and parent company. He has accused them of libel. This is for a report alleging that Trump once sent a vulgar birthday letter to his then friend, the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Anode Makari has more.
President Trump has filed a lawsuit against media tycoon Rupert Murdoch and his newspaper, The Wall Street Journal. The other defendants include the 2 reporters who published the article on Thursday, which reported allegations that Donald Trump's name appeared on a letter from 2003 to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein for his 50th birthday. Mr. Trump says the story is false, malicious, and defamatory. The article came as the U.S. president faces increasing pressure to release details on the Epstein investigations.
For Channel Africa News, I am Nosipo Zuma.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
Sipho for bringing us to the second leg, the second offering, the second love child that me and my listeners have been growing for 3 years, you guys. It's been 3 years of hustling this hustle together. So thank you. So how are you? Because I'm good. I hope that you are good. This morning, if you just joined us, this is Out and About, and I am Puleng Molebatsi. I am with you now, and I'll be with you again after 11 o'clock until 12 midday today on Out and About. You know, a lot of people say, Mara, guys, why do you get so much energy? And I'm like, it explains a lot. It explains a lot. When I get home, I'm always so tired. I'm finished. By the time I'm done here, it's like I just gave birth. I'm exhausted because I've given my all on stage, you know, on the audio stage. But also we are streaming, guys. You can catch us on YouTube on Channel Africa. That's where we're streaming live from. So you can catch all the action in the studio, y'all. So today we're going to be having a conversation in this hour, though, with Liboy. And he's a multi-talented singer, songwriter, producer, musician, and art facilitator, hailing all the way from Nairobi in Kenya. We're going to be talking about a master class that is taking place over there. So stick around. That's the conversation that we have in store for you in the second leg of the show. But also we're going to be having a conversation with Saj. Saj is also a musician, and he's all the way from Nigeria. He's an Afrofusion artist who's making waves of mid-city, Midrand, South Africa, with a fresh, versatile sound that promises to make you grooving. Halala. So yes, man, that's what we have in store for you in this hour. And of course, 11 o'clock is just also as fabulous as 10 o'clock as well. Time really is flying, guys, when we're having so much fun. I can't believe we're already in the second hour of the show. Okay, for someone who's on the radio, enough talking for now. I'll talk to you again when we come back from this.
Es-tu préoccupé par quelque chose? Es-tu passionné par les questions qui comptent? As-tu une voix qui mérite d'être entendue? Eh bien, nous avons la plateforme parfaite pour toi. Téléphone-nous ou fais-nous un WhatsApp au +27 66 408 87 42 et nous te rappellerons. Sois dans la conversation.
Salut Channel Africa, ici Beno le diamant rouge et Binal Sport depuis le Cameroun, le pays des lions. Voilà.
Sois dans la conversation. Il ne s'agit pas seulement de parler, mais c'est ta chance d'exprimer ton point de vue, de partager tes opinions et de t'engager avec une communauté qui valorise ton avis. Suivez-nous sur les réseaux sociaux, visitez notre site www.channelafrica.co.za et préparez-vous à partager vos points de vue sur Channel Africa, la perspective africaine.
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
Jules, baby.
I get to get away the trouble me, oh. She just bust my brain. She say she want my sugar cane. She twist my dress. Yeah, you sweet, yours. Yeah, you turn me up. And I'm in the grace for your body. So. Tell me what I've done to you. All I need is got love for you. Tell me I'm the one for you. Tell me I'm the one for you. Tell me if I'm the one for you. Tell me I'm the one for you. Because of you I sing this song for you. You made me go, it's karma, it's killing me. Papa, you live me. It's karma, it's killing me. Papa, you live me. I never told you that I never had no feelings. All this time I told you when you thought I was kidding. Ooh, that's very real. But you're killing me, that's like a baby. That's like a baby.
Black. Our madam producer is in black. You are in black. I'm in black. I love it for us.
Black.
All black.
We actually need to do a photo shoot.
And actually, a group photo.
A
Yeah,
group photo.
with all black everything. Hello there, my name is Matsheko Mosito and I am contributing as co-host on a show called The Upside here on Channel Africa. We are in your company wherever you are in the African region between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. in Central African time.
Hey guys, Tebohole Kuleni here from the Upside team on Channel Africa, the African Perspective. Join us every single weekday, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Central African time for the ultimate afternoon drive show.
Bringing you lifestyle, news and views and opinion, most importantly, because that matters always, hey? So catch us on air. I, of course, work with the wonderful Tebohole Kuleni and we are very happy to be here, so join us.
Africa has a voice, and that voice is Channel Africa. It keeps you in motion, speaking, singing, questioning, rising. Wake up with Rise and Shine 6 till 9. Peter and Asanda as they bring you breaking news, sharp analysis, and the voices that shape the day. At mid-morning, we get on the move with Palisa and Benjamin, digging into the African lifestyle, people, and the things that make Africa smile. 12 till 1, Africa Update with Lulu Kabu, getting in-depth, powerful stories, and the perspective you won't hear anywhere else. The Upside, 1 till 4, live and real, with Tebohole Kuleni and Matsheko Mosito. Tamengo Bennett talks money, Africa in business, 4 till 5 p.m. 5 till 6, we put on a little bit more color. Vue d'Afrique with Joël Moteba. We go to East and Central Africa and find Darubinia Africa with I Am Shakif. Madapiri gives us some life. Zochitika, 7 till 8 p.m. Maria Mokumalo comes in 8 till 9. We get some useful knowledge. Kalodiscopia, 9 till 10. We take a look in Africa and beyond. Africa World Hour with Sipiso Makwetla. And we close it up with some love. The Hotlines with Shailen Dikumana, 10 till 12 p.m. on Channel Africa. Across borders, across time zones, on air, online. This is Channel Africa.
Right, coming up after the news at 9 o'clock, we have On the Move with Palisa and Benjamin. Good morning, Palisa.
Morning, Peter. How are you?
I'm always fabulous. Thank you very much indeed.
Doing good. Well, let me tell you a story, Peter. If you look, in fact, just outside this window, right, you can see the street right next to us. There's a street like coming through, a residential street coming this way. Back in varsity, I went to the University of Johannesburg, the Bunting Road campus on our right, and there's the Kingsway campus on our left. A friend of mine and I went to the library. We couldn't find the book we wanted, so we walked to the Kingsway campus, to that library. Got there, found what we needed, and then walked down through this residential area. And as we were about to reach, like a few meters just before the SABC here where we are, we got mugged by two guys. And we got mugged in front of a group of men doing construction in one of those residential houses. They just watched it happen and everything happened. The guys took our phones and they ran off, got in a car, shoot. We're obviously devastated. They went on to do the work that they wanted to do. So we're speaking about, I'm telling you the story because in the first hour of the show, we're speaking about community involvement in addressing personal crises. And we're finding out the question, have you ever witnessed someone in distress and said nothing? Or you were too scared or nonchalant to intervene? So that's the conversation we're having in the first hour of today's show.
Wow. I mean, it's an interesting one. And sadly, especially gender-based violence.
Yeah.
Everybody sees it, everybody hears it, and for some reason, it's a difficult thing for people to intervene. I'm fascinated to hear about that conversation.
Africa is a story, a living, breathing, ever-evolving masterpiece. And for over 5 decades now, one voice has told it like no other. Channel Africa. More than just a broadcaster, Channel Africa is the pulse of the continent, African-led, African-run, and deeply rooted in its heritage. It's the only international station that speaks to Africa in its own voices: English, Kiswahili, Chinyanja, French, and Portuguese. The languages that unite 1 billion people. We have been there through every shift, every milestone, and every triumph. Not just reporting history, but shaping the conversations that define Africa's future. For brands, media planning, and advertisers, Channel Africa is more than just a platform. It's an opportunity. With 25 compelling shows covering current affairs, sports, business.
Superstar all the way from Tanzania. And bringing us now to 18 minutes past 10 Central African time. It's that time of the morning where we got to pay the bills. Now, listen up, sports lovers. SABC Sports brings you Chasing the Sun, which is a powerful 5-part documentary series about the Springbok, telling the rousing tale of the path to redemption, and ultimate World Cup glory in 2019. Starting 13th of July at 7:30 p.m. on SABC2, you can tune in every Sunday for the highs, the heartache, and the heroics that made up rugby history. You can stream each chapter on SABC Plus anytime, anywhere. No subscription needed. Don't miss Chasing the Sun this Sunday at 7:30 p.m. on SABC2. Be there when history shines. Now, I promised you to have a great conversation with another great individual from another great country, and we're going to be talking to them about the masterclass that is currently taking place out in Nairobi, Kenya, and how you can get involved.
Parlez-vous couramment le français? Êtes-vous passionné par la radio? Et êtes-vous qualifié pour travailler en Afrique du Sud? Envoyez-nous votre CV et vos 3 minutes démo en MP3 à @channelafrica.co.za pour avoir une chance de rejoindre la famille Channel Africa. Si vous n'avez pas de réponse après 14 jours, cela signifie que vous n'avez pas été retenu. Channel Africa, la perspective africaine.
Nelson Mandela taught us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it.
We should all bear in mind that the greatest glory of living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time you fall.
This Mandela Month, Channel Africa salutes everyday heroes. On Channel Africa, the African perspective. Catch us on Satellite Channel PAS 10.
Bonjour à tous. Nous aimerions entendre votre voix sur notre station de radio. Faites-nous plaisir et envoyez un petit mot ou un message de salutation à vos proches ou à vos présentateurs préférés de Channel Africa. Que vous soyez en Afrique, dans la diaspora ou n'importe où ailleurs dans le monde, nous voulons vous entendre. Envoyez vos messages de dédicace par email à info@channelafrica.co.za ou postez sur notre page Facebook, Twitter et Instagram avec le hashtag dédicace. Vous pouvez aussi nous faire une note vocale sur notre WhatsApp +27 66 408 87 42.
All right, so it is 21 minutes past 10 Central African time. We will get back to that conversation about the music masterclass that's happening out in Nairobi this month still. And having it have been, that's a lot of haves. Having it had been, okay, it was Mandela Day, the short of things, yesterday. A lot of the youngins, and I'm talking about the AMA 2000s, have kind of not really gotten the essence of what Mandela Day is. And it is our responsibility as the ones that have experienced the greatness that is Tata Nelson Mandela, to play a part in educating them about the importance of having Mandela Day. So the question that I would like to pose is, what do you tell your kids about Mandela Day? Because a Mandela Day is a day that really awakens your Ubuntu spirit. And that could be in many ways, really. It doesn't have to be what your neighbor's doing or what you're doing at work. Is what you find to be your strong point in terms of caring for the next person, your country, your neighbor, your community. So what stories do you share with your child, especially the young ones, about what the essence of Mandela Day is? You can let me know. at Channel Africa 1 on social media. Okay, let's go to Nairobi now. We're thrilled to connect with Liboy, the multi-talented singer, songwriter, producer, musician, and art facilitator who's hailing all the way from Nairobi in Kenya. Liboy is currently in Rwanda for the Ubuntu Arts Festival, and she's not just attending. She's empowering fellow creatives. She's hosting a dynamic masterclass designed to equip artists with the essential skills needed to position themselves on a global stage. And we're going to be talking to her now. Good morning, and thank you so much, Liboy, for joining us on Out and About.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. It's really good to be here.
How's your morning so far?
My morning is great. A bit crazy because there's a lot happening at the Ubuntu Festival. But I'm grateful that I am in Rwanda and able to connect with people from this place. Yeah. And also artists from other places in the world, other countries. Just using art to connect to the communities and also for collective healing. Yeah.
I like that. Collective healing. That's an interesting term.
Yeah, so Ubuntu Arts Festival is actually, I think it's a Rwandese word that means humanity. So we're using music or art to connect to people. And it's basically happening in genocide memorials in Rwanda. And basically these are places where people were killed during the genocide that happened in Rwanda. And it's held there intentionally so that people can remember, but also heal collectively through art, through the different cultures that are presenting. And these are like cultures from different parts of the world, from Kenya, Nepal, Argentina, honestly, so many places, South Africa as well. But I came as part of a program called Digital Arts Program, whereby we were running workshops on different ways we can use art to archive things digitally, archive our cultures digitally, and also connect with other cultures. So I was part of a group of people from Nepal, from Argentina, from Congo, from Pakistan, and collectively we were co-creating and showcasing the works that we've done with the people of Rwanda. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tell me about, from your own point of view, what skills do you feel that African artists need to develop in order to be successful, in order to reach international stages?
I think there's a lot. First, you just have to understand and hone your craft properly, because without you having something to sell, then you're not going to sell anything. So you need to understand, first of all, your craft. You need to package it well. You need to brand yourself. And then you need to know your audience, of course, because not everyone is your audience. You have a specific audience. Your craft is tailored for a specific audience. So once you identify that, it becomes easy for you to know how you're pushing your craft and also where you're pushing it to, and the people that you're collaborating with. And again, I think I've been saying many times that artists, and also just generally people, we need to collaborate and work with each other, because I can go far when I go alone, but I can go even farther when I go with others. So collaborations are very key at positioning ourselves globally, because if I interact with someone from Tanzania, that is me tapping into their audiences, and they're also tapping into my audiences. So it's just really us expanding our borders and strategically positioning ourselves out there. Other than that, I think also attending cultural programs like Ubuntu Arts Festival or any other. It doesn't even have to be like physically. You can do this virtually, but you have to connect with cultural practitioners, like-minded artists, creatives, event curators from different parts of the world. So any chance you get to be a part of these things, even if it's virtually, I advise creatives to do that.
And, you speak about collaborations, and you are now at the festival where you're saying there are different artists from different countries. So there's also an opportunity to network there and artists to come together. Is there someone else that you're eyeing specifically? Maybe that you've found out that, is also here?
Oh my God. So it's my first time in Kigali, Rwanda. And honestly, I've met so many creatives, even outside the program, that brought me here. And it's amazing to see how much creatives out here, they really want to collaborate. They really want to connect with other creatives. And I'm so happy to be in a space where I I'm meeting people, even if I didn't have them in mind before because I didn't know that they exist. I got here and I'm meeting people and I'm like, oh my God, I want to collaborate with you. So there are creatives from musicians from Pakistan that already we are like in conversations and we're like, we have to continue with these collaborations. So even after the festival, we're definitely going to work together. Artists from Argentina, there's a lady called Diana Baroni. She plays flute. She represents Argentina culture. She lives in France. And again, we're in that conversations. Creatives from South Africa, from Congo, even from Rwanda. There's an artist called Esther. I do African contemporary music, which is folk music, and I blend it with popular African genres. As in my collaborations, I look for artists who play traditional music, and especially women who play traditional music, traditional instruments. So there is a lady called Esther from Rwanda, and I really, really wanted to work with her brother some time back, and I've never had the chance to meet his brother. And then I come to Rwanda, I meet, Esther, and I'm like, perfect. So this is working. I don't know. It was meant to happen. Yeah, even if I'm not meeting your brother, then I'm meeting you, and you're doing the same thing. You're playing a traditional instrument called inanga. I'm like, this is perfect. So we're also in that space where we're like, we want to create even after this festival.
Oh, that's lovely. So we're going to be, hopefully then a collaboration will ultimately come out of that.
Hopefully, actually, after this call, I'm supposed to meet her in my hotel room, and we're going to try and see what we'll be able to create. So that's something to look forward to.
What strategies have you put in place to push your music?
What strategies? Again, collaborations, like I said earlier on. For me, I'm very intentional with the kind of collaborations that I get myself into. I'm very open-minded. So in as much as I'm a contemporary artist, I am very open to collaborate with artists who are doing different kind of music. So long as I'm also able to express myself and stick to my roots, I'm very, very open for that. So that's one. Two, I like using social media. I think social media is a very powerful tool that helps you connect to people globally. So even if I'm not in South Africa, I've never been. Just through social media, I've found myself collaborating with artists from South Africa, like Silva, who's a DJ and a producer. I found myself collaborating with an artist called Pet House, who's from South Africa and also Colombia. But it's basically just from social media, putting myself out there. And again, I think that's also how you found me, through social media. So that's just a place where I document and put everything there. I recently developed my newsletter. I started my newsletter where I talk everything, the in-betweens, the sonic journey of it all. I put it all there, my music and also any other experience in my community, my country, the world. I talk about anything and everything. And it's also because I have a background in journalism. So I'm really trying to express myself differently and not just music, through music. Yeah. I want people who love reading to also connect with me through my newsletters. I think those are like on top of my head now, but I think those are the different ways that I'm using to put myself out there.
I like the fact that you're also saying that you are qualified as a journalist, or you have a skill in that department.
Yeah.
In the arts, you can't be one thing, because all of these things always feed into one another. So you can't be one thing, and it doesn't always have to be stage presence. It's a multiple different skills and things that you have trained in that somehow will help you elevate what you're trying to push. And in your case, it's music. So it has never ever been so apparent that education in anything is important, especially in the arts. If you're going to venture into the arts, I think people are starting to think, media or music or arts, you can just grab it in the air, run with it. No, you won't last long. Study, get yourself educated. You'll be fine. So thank you so much for sharing with us this morning. I don't know if you want to add to that just before we wrap up our convo.
Yeah, I think it's very important. Personally, before when I was working as a journalist, I wasn't doing music. But then at that time, it didn't make sense to me, the skills that I was getting by being a journalist. But then as an artist, as a musician, I now look back and I'm like, I see why I was doing the things I was doing. And I see why it was important for me to do those things.
Yeah.
Because I'm using skills that I got then to also implement things in my music career. So it was never in vain. It was all for a reason.
Yeah.
And it's very important for us to go to school and learn other things. And just like normal human beings, we don't want to always be confined to doing one particular thing. We grow every day. Whatever we want today might not be the same as what we will want tomorrow. However way we're expressing ourselves today might not be the same way we're expressing ourselves tomorrow. So I think we just have to put ourselves out there. Whatever it is you want to do, just do it, go for it. Don't think so hard about it. And also, it doesn't have to be perfect. We learn as we go. So that's the beauty of the journey.
All right. Thank you so much. What are your social media handles for people to keep tabs with you? I'm sure people also want to see what's happening in Kigali. So please share with us.
Yes, definitely. My social media handles, you'll find me on Instagram, Facebook, on TikTok. I think those are the social media handles that I use. At Liboi, Liboi. And also you can find my music on all streaming platforms. Again, my name is Liboi, Liboi.
All right. Thank you so much for engaging us this morning. Enjoy yourself and all the best with the festival.
Thank you. All the best with the rest of the show.
Awesomeness. So that's it, man. In terms of that conversation with Liboy, I mean, she told us, she's like, hey, I've got a meeting in my hotel room with someone that I've been meaning to collaborate with. So we're like, hey, girl, we won't keep you any longer. Do your thing. It is now 25 minutes before top of the hour, 11 o'clock, where Nosipo will give us the news, which will be our last bulletin of the day today. But you can catch the news again tomorrow. And myself, you can catch me again tomorrow on Tech Africa. So great music, great conversation still coming your way, and we are crossing to Nigeria finally after this. We will be talking to an artist from Nigeria, and he goes by the name of Sage, who is an Afrofusion artist who's making waves from Mid-City, Midrand, South Africa. And we're going to be talking to him about his music, but also this man has been doing great things since the year 2015. And he has also grown into compelling voice in the Afrobeat and urban music scene, known for his emotive lyrics, smooth melodies, and cross-culture influence. Serge brings discipline and energy to his craft, reflected in the passion for fitness. Oh, he's also a gamer, and he's very feels very strongly about the importance of investing in personal growth. And we'll bring him on the line in a short while. I asked a question earlier on about the kind of messaging that you hold close to yourself as an individual when it comes to Mandela Day, which was yesterday. And I want you to share your stories with us on WhatsApp, also at +276 3406 9126. Also on social media is at Channel Africa 1 across all social media platforms. Myself, I am Puleng Molebatsi on all those social media platforms. For me is, I'll tell you about a story that happened during the week. I'll be brief as well. It's about, let's get outside of ourselves to understand other people. I know it sounds very preachy, and it's easier said than done because we are dealing with so much as individuals. I walked into a pharmacy actually 2 nights ago in the north of Johannesburg, and I found a popular figure with her son, and she was on the line, and I greeted, not because she's a popular figure or she's a celebrity, but because we locked eyes, and I just said hello. And the son is busy asking questions, and the mom is on the line. I mean, on the phone, remember, to someone else. And the son is saying, Mom, what's wrong with these people's eyes? And he's screaming. He's 4, so I'm not holding anything against the son. And he's saying, Mom, what's wrong with these people's eyes? And then the mom finally puts the phone away. And I think what the son is asking at that time is because it's myself and there's a white lady, and then there's a black lady. The mother is black. And then the lady at the teller is also black, but there's a white lady who's on the other side of this a prescription medicine side, but they're standing between all the shelves and the prescription medicine. So that's between where the white lady is and where I'm standing. So I'm thinking, you know what? I just walked in. It's got nothing to do with me. Carry on. And I go to the white lady and I'm asking her, where is because I need energy supplements. I'm like, where's this particular brand of energy supplements? And she shows me to the aisle. We walk. So as she and I are walking, so it's me and the white lady. We walk into the medication aisle. The son follows us and he keeps on saying, Mom, what's wrong with their eyes? So the mom then says, hey, don't say that. You are being rude. Before you ask what's wrong with their eyes, rather say hello, go to them and ask them, hi, what's wrong with your eyes? And I'm thinking, yeah, okay. I get my stuff, I go to the teller. Then the son then goes to the white lady. So the white lady just distracts him, said, oh, what's your name, blah, 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 blah. And it becomes it's not even about the eyes anymore. And then I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to just pay for my medication and leave. Because you know what? I'm tired. It's been a long day. I want to leave. And I just want to mind my business. Now they're coming to me. And now the celebrity is holding the son's hand. They're coming to me. They've left the white lady. They're coming to me. And she says, apologize to the lady and ask the lady about her eyes. And I'm thinking, what? Why? I mean, there was that lady and then there's me. And the other people in the shop, why would you think the son is talking about me? And it just took me back to when I was growing up in a black community in the township. And parents would say to their kids, if you don't stop that, I will call Puleng so she can come and scare you. And, and I was thinking that's something wrong with what the parent is saying, because what the child is doing, they're trying to explore and learn about you being different. You as a parent, you are assuring your child that, yes, this person is different. They're not like us. And if you are naughty, I'm going to call them and they're going to come and scare you so that then you look at them as something different. So that's not Ubuntu them. And then I look at them, so I was like, I'm not going to get into it. I turn back, and this is a famous person. She's actually currently on Showmax right now. I turn back, they're behind me, and I look at the boy, and I'm like, hey, what's your name? You're so cute. How old are you? And he's like, no, he's 4. And you can see the boy is no longer about the eyes, but the mother is insisting that we talk about my eyes. And I look at the boy, and I'm saying, so what do you want to know? And he says, let me see your eyes. And I look at him and he looks into my eyes. And then the boy then says, but mom, there's something wrong with these eyes. And then the mom is like, no, next time, rather just greet and then tell them and say, hey, I want to know about your eyes. And then I found that offensive personally because, first of all, I'm at the pharmacy. It's a public space. I could care less about what's going on. If you want to ask, rather ask me and say, hey, do you have a moment? Why would you assume that I'm interested in what's going on in my surroundings? And who said it's my responsibility to educate your child about my difference, And I'm not being personal. I'm not even personalizing the situation. It's just that I felt it could have been dealt with differently. So back to Mandela Day and Ubuntu is maybe as parents, let's learn about other people, about their difference. It could be many other things. It doesn't have to be myself. It could be about many other things. It could be about sexuality. It could be about culture. It could be about religion. It could be about preference also, where you find ways to teach your kids so that it doesn't have to escalate to where we are right now. That was weird. It was bizarre. And I'm thinking at my age where I'm living, I don't expect to be running into these situations. Gosh, I've been talking for some time, but I'm going to wrap it up nicely. So in honor of Mandela Day, let us embrace difference. Let's learn about difference. Let's teach our kids about difference. What are you doing to teach your kids about Ubuntu? It is 18 minutes now before top of the hour, 11 o'clock. Let's take a break.
In this episode of Channel Africa Conversations, Peter talks to Dr. Tulisile Buddha, an academic, author, and an expert in indigenous knowledge systems. Join us for a compelling discussion on preserving African languages and traditions in the digital era. Dr. Tulisile unpacks the role of educators, explorers, and how technologies like AI can support cultural preservation, and challenges us to rethink how we honor African heritage. You can find the episode on YouTube, SABC Plus, and on our website, channelafrica.co.za. This episode is a must-listen for educators, creators, and change makers across the continent. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Out and About with Puleng Molebatsi.
All right, it's 17 minutes rather before 11 Central African time. Saj is here, as I did mention earlier on, that he's originally from Nigeria, but he lives in Midrand, South Africa. And we're going to be talking about his involvement in music. Now, his journey began back in 2015, following years of being immersed in music and creativity expression. Since then, he has grown into a compelling voice, and he's also into Afrobeats and urban music scenes. And he's also known for motive lyrics, smooth melodies, and cross-cultural influence. Serge brings discipline and energy to his craft, reflected in his passion for fitness, gaming, and personal growth. But today, we are interested in the man himself and the music. We're going to bring him in, actually, in a matter of minutes.
Tryna get myself a right, girl. Calling on your phone, girl. Make we regulate. I'm coming to your town, girl. Make we regulate. Now, I'm a lechangwa. Say I go there for your matter. Carry your matter from my head, kata kata. It don't even matter for the room, pata pata. From Josie Katakula, say na me be them. It's all about the money. Tell me it's all about the money. It's all about the money. Girl, come and take all of the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. Girl, come and take all of the money.
The money. You want the money, but all you wanna do is love me. We vibe while we grind. It's the time we gotta find. I know a holla, cause if you lala uzo sala, we gotta shine all the time. Yeah, it's our time now. I'm about to bring it to you straight. You focus on the work and then I count it at your place. Bing hamba na bangani sengi pega when a babe. Seven telling pillow it's off the high level way. You know me, seba pet to treasure in the booth. If I see panda jingle icing, then you know I'm cool. The fact of the matter's all about the money. So pet to munto ride, also spending money na me.
It's all about the money. Tell me it's all about the money. It's all about the money. Girl, come and take all of the money. It's all about the money. Tell me it's all about the money. It's all about the money. Girl, come and take all of the money. It's all about the money. Tell me it's all about the money. It's all about the money. Girl, come and take all of the money.
Her name is Puleng Molebatsi, and she's on Out and About.
It's Saj with Regulate, and he is in the building. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello to you and your listeners.
Thank you for visiting us. And like the track, it's very nice.
Yes.
What are you regulating?
Thank you. Oh man, Regulate is just it's just a song that that we want to bring, that we check up the whole nation. That's what our intention. So
Yeah. I thought there was a special regulation going on specifically.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Okay, so you are into music. You've done quite a bit, and your journey goes back all the way from you began recording back in 2015.
Yeah, bro, yeah.
How do you feel about your progress so far?
It's a quite a journey, That's what I would say. But one step at a time. I haven't been where I wanted to be, but I'm still believing I'm in the right track, It's been quite a journey, and I think it's a nice experience, and I'm enjoying it.
That's good, as long as you enjoy it. Because my next thing I was going to say was that, music journey is unpredictable. One of the house DJs said that, Prince KB said that music travels before the artist arrives. Your song blows up, but people still don't know who you are. And you can't really predict that. So you have to enjoy the journey, because it's not really set and it's not standard. So as long as you're having fun, at least you can stand the test of time. How do you find making music in South Africa? Is as opposed to if you're making music in your place of origin in Nigeria?
Oh no. The only thing there is that I like the more of the producers here, and producers in Nigeria are good quite as well. But here gives me like they give me space, they give me time, because in Nigeria making music here is all about showcasing another culture, because like here it's all about amapiano, hip hop, and different genres. So when I came into the scene, I came with Afrofusion. So it's all about turning around the game, letting people know what's different, and what's to how would I put it? And that's pretty much of it.
Okay, so we have a song called Loving You, which was a standout amongst other tracks that you have released. And,
Loving You was my first one.
Yeah. Yeah, but then it's the one that stands out. It's the one that stands out amongst that gained more momentum from people like DJ Speedstar, as well as Vigilante. How did you get them to? How did you get the song to make that breakthrough?
Oh, as you go on with the journey, you meet around. Yeah, you go around, you meet people, you meet different people that have been in the game, and it gives you more courage. It gives you confidence, When they listen to your track, they give you hope, they tell you to push on and stuff like that. Well, it's a quite a journey, because I met Pista, I think. One time on the recording studio and he played my song. He asked me immediately. He played my song. He asked me all for my what do you call it? My catalog. He want to see more, or he want to hear more of me. So so it's all about that thing I'm saying. Specifically making difference, because there's what about difference about Afrofusion. Like everybody needs to tap into and. See what is going on that side. That's what I'm bringing.
Oh, so you had met the man?
Yeah, I've met the guy.
Oh, okay. So I want to look at your body of work. I mean, look, if you said Loving You was your first ever track, but it also has done quite good. You also worked with the likes of DJ Sido Moy, DJ Maggie, so you kind of know people in the game.
Yes.
How did you get exposed to the game players?
It's all about making plans, making contacts and stuff, like I told you, it's a journey. It's a one step at a time. Like I meet those people that are so wonderful. DJ Maggie was I think one of the best producers I've working with. Yeah, he's know his craft, that guy. So I stick to him. I know him. We've worked on a number of songs, and we'll keep doing more. And Sido Moy was my very good friend. He's just a guy that I know. He has been in the game, doing a lot of stuff. He have a feature with what do you call it? Reason. Yeah. So he has a lot of feature with a lot of guys. He's quite good doing his thing. It's been a journey, like we met in this game and we stick together and we bring a friendship and all of it.
Okay, cool. What are you currently working on?
I'm currently working on a single. I will be dropping soon. I hope I'll be back here to showcase it.
Our doors are always open.
Yeah, I'm working on a single. I don't want to say anything yet. I don't want to give more yet, but I want you guys to stay tuned. It's going to be a powerful one. Yeah. Okay.
And in terms of music, how are you regulating your music? Is there an income coming through from the music side?
Right now we're trying to push it because my aspiration is to be commercial artist. I don't want to be like a one song artist guy or something like that. So like it's gonna be a quiet journey. I know that. I know the challenges of course, but it's gonna be well planned, and I'm sure with God I'm gonna get through of it. Yeah.
Oh, cool. And then let's talk about sustainability. As an artist, you have to sustain yourself. How are you sustaining the dream and the man that you are?
Oh yeah. Now I see where you're going with that. No, quite actually. I'm currently I work in a company called Team Manala. So we do petroleum. We supply petroleum products, like your diesel and fuel gas. So, but that is just my main hustle. So, but I'm trying to see what music will take me with the journey where my music will go through. Then, yeah.
Okay, and who would you like to collaborate with in the near future? Like who are you eyeing?
In South Africa or not
anywhere in the world. We are a global. we are a global village.
Oh man, yeah. I would like to collaborate with let's say Tyra. Give me Tyra, yeah.
Tyra. Why her though?
Because like we do the same kind of music. I think we will understand ourselves much better, and we're gonna get something beautiful if we go to studio together.
Yeah. So we're gonna play a quick game just before we go to the news. I'm gonna ask you an artist. Don't think too long about it.
Okay.
Pick one. The game is called Pick One.
Okay.
Asake or Wizkid?
I would say Wizkid.
Burna Boy or Diamond Platinum?
Oh, Burna.
I was trying to be smart. Also, like, come up with the names right now.
Yeah.
Okay, you've already said Tyler, so I'm not gonna say Tyler also. So, Maporisa or Kabza the Small?
Oh, Maporisa.
And Mposibina or Malay? Even if you don't know the artist.
Oh, Malay. I know Malay, yeah.
So you didn't choose Mpo because you don't know her?
What do you mean? I know of them, but like, Malay is my guy. I always like the guy, he makes a lovely music. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Arya Star or Davido. Arya Star or Davido?
Oh, come on. Now you're making it very difficult for
me. You're not supposed to think. It's part of the game.
Davido have done much, right? But I prefer Arya Star, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Not that, I prefer Arya Star because, she's a rising star, that's what I mean.
Not Davido.
Davido is good, and he have done much in the game and stuff, but I prefer Arya Star. It depends on the style and the music I make and stuff. Like, I think Arya Star would be better for me.
Okay, this is the last one.
Okay.
Tubaba or Casper Nyovest?
Tubaba or Casper? Oh man, I say Casper.
Okay. I wonder why.
I say Casper Nyovest because
Not Tubaba. Which one? Not Tubaba.
Tubaba, Tubaba is an OG. He have come in the game, and what he does in this game is very beautiful, But I prefer Casper because Casper is the guy, I think Afrofusion will suit him much better than any other thing,
Oh.
So, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. I hope they're not listening.
No.
They're like, oh, you didn't choose me. No. I'm kidding. So give us your social media handles before we wrap up our chat.
You're going to check me on Instagram, _word_, and get me on Twitter, _. Yeah, that's pretty much of it, yeah.
You don't have TikTok?
TikTok, no X. I know X. Yeah.
What? But that's where people are pushing their music the most.
Yeah, people are pushing their music for most, But I'm pretty much of the OG, so I like to do things like.
No, you have to. I mean, everybody is on. I've seen people that I wasn't expecting to see on TikTok, TikTok, and I'm like, yo, I took too long.
If I have some replies to do, then I will go to X.
To X? No, business doesn't move much on X than it moves on TikTok.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And there's a lot. No, you must go in there. Even maybe make it a business account.
Yeah.
And then your team is the one that push stuff over there, especially for music.
No,
If you want people to love your music, you have to get to where the people are and they're there.
Involved, yeah.
TikTok is like the Facebook of the modern era. You know how people were all on Facebook, then they migrated to X and then Instagram. Now Facebook has gone to TikTok.
Yes. No, yeah, I get you what you're saying, but everybody has their way.
And what did you do for Mandela Day?
Oh, Mandela Day. I was
Wakey.
What am I doing? Yes, pretty much of that. I was working because you have to get it back. That's the only way.
It's okay to say
you know, humanity. I love Mandela for who he is. What he has done for every one of us. Mandela is that guy that everybody aspire to, to be everywhere, If I had my time, I would do something for the 60 minutes, yeah.
For the what?
For the Mandela 60 minutes, yeah.
So, you would have done something for 67 minutes.
67 minutes, yeah.
All right, we wrap up that conversation this morning. Follow the man. He's not on TikTok, so I'm still very much surprised. It's sad.
I'm on TikTok.
You're on TikTok?
Yeah, well.
Oh, I thought you're saying you're not on TikTok, you're on X.
I'm not on X, but I'm on TikTok.
You're not on X. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you're not on TikTok, you're on X. I'm on
TikTok.
My bad. Follow the man on TikTok, on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, now I got you. Okay, follow Saj on social media and catch his music there. I was surprised, really. I was like, hey, Bana, how does someone not be on TikTok? All right, guys, we are going to wrap up the hour in that fashion. It's been a lot. But we're going to end it with a bang. My guest in studio, Saj, thank you so much for coming once again.
You're welcome.
And we'll prepare now for the last and final leg of Out and About this morning. We've got celebrity entertainment news as we wrap up that hour, but more great music coming your way on Channel Africa, the African Perspective. I'm still waiting to hear from all of y'all how you spent your Mandela Day yesterday. And also, not just that, also, what's your messaging for Mandela Day? What do you hold close to your heart? What are you teaching, especially the younger ones who ask you, what is Mandela Day all about? What do you want them to know? Because sometimes it's not even about doing. It's about instilling a belief that encapsulates and honors the legacy of Utata Nelson Mandela. Let's go to the news.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
Your headlines: Mozambique is preparing to host or welcome World Bank President AJ Banga, and Amnesty International South Africa calls on President Cyril Ramaphosa to use the patent 39 million to ensure that all those who live in South Africa have access to their basic human rights. Good morning, I'm Nosipho Zuma. The president of the World Bank Group, AJ Banga, has arrived in Songo in Mozambique's Tete province. He's in the country for a high-level meeting with Mozambique's president, His Excellency Daniel Francisco Chapo, who has recently signaled a strong interest in deepening cooperation with the World Bank, particularly around structuring key economic projects with a focus on the energy sector. Channel Africa's business reporter, Innocent Simosa, is on the ground in Mozambique with more.
President Chapo also pointed to the mega project for the extraction of liquefied natural gas by Total Energies, which could be resumed at any time, and the project by ExxonMobil, an American multinational oil and gas company considered the largest investor-owned oil and gas company in the world. For the Mozambican president, the support of the World Bank in these structuring projects for the national economy, Mozambique becomes an important part of the energy solution, especially in the southern region of the continent. For Channel Africa News, I am Innocent Simosa in Tete Province, Mozambique.
Meanwhile, the World Bank President AJ Banga's visit comes at a time when many SADC nations search for sustainable ways to address ongoing electricity shortages. Our correspondent JP Yobala reports.
The World Bank president believes Mozambique has a key role to play in resolving the region's ongoing energy crisis. He has also pledged new partnerships to strengthen the country's energy sector, aiming to meet both domestic and regional needs. For Channel Africa News, in Tete, Mozambique, I am JP Yabala.
In reaction to the estimated national dialogue budget, Amnesty International South Africa is calling on President Cyril Ramaphosa to use the suggested $39 million bill of the national dialogue to ensure that all those who live in South Africa have access to their basic human rights. Now, Amnesty International South Africa's campaigner, Cassandra Dorasamy, says the dialogue must not come at the expense of addressing the country's most pressing challenges.
Amnesty International South Africa is calling on President Cyril Ramaphosa to use the estimated 700 million rand cost of the national dialogue to ensure that all those who live in South Africa have access to their basic human rights, which includes economic, social, and cultural rights, as well as the rights to life and security. While we recognize the importance of building social cohesion and nation building, as well as starting a consultative process for the next National Development Plan, we urge the government to ensure the budget allocated to the national dialogue does not come at the expense of addressing the country's most pressing challenges.
Gunmen in Nigeria have killed at least 6 people and abducted more than 100 others, including women and children, in an attack on Kairu community in Nigeria's northwest Zamfara state. Zamfara is the epicenter of attacks by gangs of heavily armed men known locally as bandits that have wreaked havoc across the country's northwest in recent years, kidnapping thousands, killing hundreds, and making it unsafe to travel by road or on farms in some areas. Now, according to residents, the bandits stormed Kairu around on Friday, firing indiscriminately. A local lawmaker, Hamasu Faru, confirmed the attack to Reuters, saying that the assailants took no fewer than 1,000 people, including women and children. Syrian authorities say they'll deploy a dedicated force to deal with sectarian clashes between Muslim Bodum tribesmen and members of the Druze religious minority. Tribal fighters have been traveling to the largely Druze city of Suwaide, where fighting has been reported. The BBC's John Donaldson has the details.
Hundreds of people are reported to have been killed since Sunday in clashes between local Bedouin tribesmen and members of the minority Druze community. Local people around Suwaida have described bodies being strewn in the streets as well as summary executions. The Syrian army's intervention earlier this week alongside the Bedouin saw the number of casualties rise. It also led Israel to intervene, striking Syrian government targets around Damascus. Israel has a large Druze population, including in the occupied Golan Heights, which borders Syria.
A recap of your top story. The president of the World Bank Group, AJ Banga, has arrived in Songo in Mozambique State Province. He's in the country for a high-level meeting with Mozambique's president, His Excellency Daniel Francisco Chapo. Now, for any news stories you would like to share with us, please send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za or call us on +27 11 714 4459. For Channel Africa News, I'm Nusi Posoma.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
Welcome to it. It's the last stretch. Let's stretch it out. Okay, all right. We are good now, ready to roll. 7 minutes past 11 Central African time. Nosipo is done for the day. She'll be back tomorrow. With the news. Myself and I, yes, I'll also be back tomorrow on Tech Africa. You'll catch me right at the same slot, 9 until 12. That's where I be every single week right here on Channel Africa, the African Perspective. Man, was quite interesting there reflecting at that moment, because I really haven't shared it with anyone what I shared in the previous hour about that incident with that famous lady and her son. It was quite interesting because I had never spoken about it, because I was trying to find a moment. Also, if I share it, I like owning my stories. I never like people telling my stories. So I don't just talk. I think about it and I take my time, even though I feel strongly about it. So it was quite interesting to reflect, and still thinking about how I feel about it, although I knew for sure in that moment that don't like it, couldn't have happened. It didn't have to happen. Yes, I'm in a public space, but I'm not interested. Why do people assume that I'm interested? And it's fine. I dealt with it at the best of my ability, but I think we have so much to learn about others. You don't always have access. It doesn't matter who said. I didn't have to say anything at that moment for that to happen, and for her as an adult to bring her son to me. I didn't have to talk. I was in a public space minding my own business. But I did the best that I could, and I don't want to be taken out of context. So I'm going to wrap it up. So in short, again, let's do let's play our part as parents about educating our kids about the difference, in diversity. And it could be anything, really. It doesn't have to be about colorism, doesn't have to be about race. It could be about sexuality, it could be about religion, it could be about food, it could be about preference. What if I just prefer to be, So yeah, let's take time to learn about other people. And it is 9 minutes now, so I'm going to put it to bed. You can share your stories with me on Channel Africa 1. That's who and what we are on social media. And let me know how you think and feel about that. And also what you do, what did you do for Mandela Day, and the part that you play about Mandela Day. We will bring on my guest a bit later on, just to wrap up the week with entertainment news. He's out in Durban, and he's going to share about what's going on in that beautiful province. I love it because it's always warm, and it's one of the few warm places in South Africa in winter. That's the reason why I love it. We're going to go to music now, and we have a track by Mori Kante, and it's a song called Millie.
Africa, voici Abedi.
Oui, c'est moi.
Abedi est un passionné de musique dans l'âme. Il a un goût pour toutes sortes de musique et passe ses journées à écouter Channel Africa.
J'aime beaucoup la musique africaine.
Ok. Devinez quoi? Channel Africa veut aider Abedi et les mélomanes du monde entier à découvrir encore plus de musique incroyable. C'est pourquoi Channel Africa appelle les artistes africains à soumettre leur musique. Chers artistes, n'oubliez pas de nous fournir toutes vos informations pertinentes à l'email adresse musique@channelafrica.co.za. Les soumissions sont votre chance d'être entendues, mais elles ne garantissent pas une playlist. Toutes les soumissions seront soigneusement examinées pour voir si elles répondent aux exigences de notre station. Channel Africa, la perspective africaine.
Start your day right with Channel Africa Breakfast.
That smells delicious.
Live, 5 days a week.
Ali Tulu Mamlu
Africa is a story, a living, breathing, ever-evolving masterpiece. And for over 5 decades now, one voice has told it like no other. Channel Africa. More than just a broadcaster, Channel Africa is the pulse of the continent, African-led, African-run, and deeply rooted in its heritage. It's the only international station that speaks to Africa in its own voices: English, Kiswahili, Chinyanja, French, and Portuguese. The languages that unite 1 billion people. We have been there through every shift, every milestone, and every triumph. Not just reporting history, but shaping the conversations that define Africa's future. For brands, media planning, and advertisers, Channel Africa is more than just a platform. It's an opportunity. With 25 compelling shows covering current affairs, sports, business, music, and lifestyle, we deliver an engaging Pan-African audience ready to connect, invest, and act. Multi-award winning, internationally recognized, digitally accessible across the globe. When Africa speaks, the world listens, and Channel Africa makes sure of it. For business, for culture, for Africa, partner with Channel Africa, because Africa's voice is the future. Africa has a voice, and that voice is Channel Africa. It keeps you in motion, speaking, singing, questioning, rising. Wake up with Rise and Shine 6 till 9. Peter and Asanda as they bring you breaking news, sharp analysis, and the voices that shape the day. At mid-morning, we get on the move with Palisa and Benjamin, digging into the African lifestyle, people, and the things that make Africa smile. 12 till 1, Africa Update with Lulu Kabu, getting in-depth, powerful stories, and the perspective you won't hear anywhere else. The Upside, 1 till 4, live and real, with Tepuho Likweleni and Nompumelelo Ngubeni. Tame Ngubeni talks money, Africa in business, 4 till 5 p.m., 5 till 6. We put on a little bit more color. Vue d'Afrique with Joël Moteba. We go to East and Central Africa and find Darubinia Africa with I Am Shakif. Madapiri gives us some life. Zochi Tika, 7 till 8 p.m. Maria Mokumalo comes in 8 till 9. We get some useful knowledge. Kalodiscopia, 9 till 10. We take a look in Africa and beyond. Africa World Hour with Sipiso Makwetla. And we close it up with some love. The Hotlines with Shailen Dikumana, 10 till 12 p.m. on Channel Africa. Across borders, across time zones, on air, online. This is Channel Africa.
Hey guys, so it's about 30 minutes before we have to go onto the show and go live, and we're just having our own little briefing session with the team. We've got our producer in the background, Unsako. We've got my amazing co-host, Mateko Mosito.
Also, I'm not amazing.
We've got Unsako that side. And we just, just getting our ducks in a row for the show. Once we go live, there's no turning back. You make mistakes, we make them on air, but we try our best to prepare and ensure that we don't do that when we go on. And when we do, and we laugh about it, guys, we're only human. But this is how it looks like when we're just getting ready for the show. Enjoy. Here we go. Mix. Let's go. Come on. Let the creative juices flow.
The tree, what's at the bottom of it?
The root.
Thank you. If I'm not excited, like I'm just sitting around, I have nothing to do.
Bored.
Thank you. If it's not mist, it's mist. If it's not mist in the morning, you can't see the road. It's like a cloud.
Bright and early in the morning.
Like
sometimes your brain experiences.
It rhymes with dog. Thank you. I don't know this one.
Which one is this one, guys? Hi, guys. Come on.
What is this? When I'm doing this, thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Laughing.
so
Funny.
Thank you.
Alright.
Nice and easy, clean. Don't forget what caught your eye at 22.
Yes.
And then,
yes.
yeah, we're good.
Fantastic.
23, my love.
Oh,
okay.
Show your name on it.
Erkenika intro ile. Yeah.
Go. Coming to you all the way from the Auckland Park Studios in Johannesburg, South Africa, this glorious Thursday afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are live on our social media platforms at Channel Africa on Facebook and YouTube. And of course, if you have DSTV, it's 802 OpenView channel 628. Download the SABC Plus app so you can take us with you wherever you go. Good afternoon to you, Mateko. How are you doing this afternoon?
My dearest, I am happy that you got the memo that this show is wearing black today. Our social media specialist is wearing black.
Excellent.
Our madam producer is in black. You are in black. I'm in black. I love it for us.
All black. We actually need to do a photo shoot.
Actually, a group photo. Yeah. Hello there, my name is Matako Musito and I am contributing as co-host on a show called The Upside here on Channel Africa. We are in your company wherever you are in the African region between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. in Central African time.
Hey guys, Puleng Molebatsi here from the Upside team on Channel Africa, the African Perspective. Join us every single weekday, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Central African time for the ultimate afternoon drive show.
Bringing you lifestyle, news and views and opinion, most importantly, because that matters always, hey? So catch us on air. I, of course, work with the wonderful Puleng, and we are very happy to be here, so join us.
Zagadance himself, Mr. Easy, and he is also with Joe Boy on that track called Nobody's Nobody, as well as DJ Neptune. And we're going to get into this now. It is 20 minutes past 11 Central African time. SABC Sports brings you Chasing the Sun, a powerful 5-part documentary series about the Springboks telling the rousing tale of their path to redemption and ultimate World Cup glory in 2019. Starting 13 July, 7:30 p.m. on SABC2. You can tune in every Sunday for the highs, the heartache, and the heroics that made rugby history. Stream each chapter on SABC Plus anytime, anywhere. No subscription needed. Don't miss Chasing the Sun this Sunday at 7:30 p.m. on SABC2. Be there when history shines.
Africa in Business on Channel Africa.
The president of the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, BADEA, Dr. Sidi Ould Tah, he is vying for the presidency of the African Development Bank, the AFDB. He positions himself as a fervent defender of economic integration and structural transformation on the African continent.
So I do believe that I have a 360 view of the development challenges in the continent with my experience from both the supply side and the demand side. But more importantly, my vision is to bring on board all the stakeholders and to have a holistic approach for the development of the continent and to develop partnership across the continent and outside the continent, bringing all the stakeholders together to work for one goal is to make Africa green for life and livelihood of the African population.
Bringing the African markets into your home. Channel Africa, the African Perspective. Her name is Puleng Molebatsi, and she's on Out and About. Africa has a voice, and that voice is Channel Africa. It keeps you in motion, speaking, singing, questioning, rising. Wake up with Rise and Shine 6 till 9. Peter and Asanda as they bring you breaking news, sharp analysis, and the voices that shape the day. At mid-morning, we get on the move with Palisa and Benjamin, digging into the African lifestyle, people, and the things that make Africa smile. 12 till 1, Africa Update with Lulu Kabu, getting in-depth, powerful stories, and the perspective you won't hear anywhere else. The Upside, 1 till 4, live and real, with Tebogo Lepoleni and Mateko Musito. Tamengo Bene talks money, Africa in business, 4 till 5 p.m. 5 till 6, we put on a little bit more color. Vue d'Afrique, with Joël Muteba. We go to East and Central Africa and find Darubinia Africa with I Am Shakif. Madapiri gives us some life. Zochitika, 7 till 8 p.m. Maria Mokumalo comes in 8 till 9. We get some useful knowledge. Kalodiscopia, 9 till 10. We take a look in Africa and beyond. Africa World Hour with Sipiso Makwetla. And we close it up with some love. The Hotlines with Shailen Dikumana, 10 till 12 p.m. on Channel Africa. Across borders, across time zones, on air, online. This is Channel Africa.
Right, coming up after the news at 9 o'clock, we have On the Move with Palisa and Benjamin. Good morning, Palisa.
Morning, Peter. How are you?
Always fabulous. Thank you very much indeed.
Doing good. Well, let me tell you a story, Peter. If you look, in fact, just outside this window, right, so you can see the street right next to us. There's a street like coming through, a residential street coming this way. Back in varsity, I went to the University of Johannesburg, the Bunting Road campus on our right, and there's the Kingsway campus on our left. A friend of mine and I went to the library. We couldn't find the book we wanted, so we walked to the Kingsway campus, to that library. Got there, found what we needed, and then walked down through this residential area. And as we were about to reach, like a few meters just before the SABC here where we are, we got mugged by two guys. And we got mugged in front of a group of men doing construction in one of those residential houses. They just watched it happen, and everything happened. The guys took our phones and they ran off, got in a car, shoot. We're obviously devastated. They went on to do the work that they wanted to do. So we're speaking about, I'm telling you the story because in the first hour of the show, we're speaking about community involvement in addressing personal crises. And we're finding out the question, have you ever witnessed someone in distress and said nothing? Or you were too scared or nonchalant to intervene? So that's the conversation we're having in the first hour of today's show.
Wow. I mean, it's an interesting one. And sadly, especially gender-based violence.
Yeah.
Everybody sees it, everybody hears it, and for some reason, it's a difficult thing for people to intervene. I'm fascinated to hear about that conversation.
Africa is a story, a living, breathing, ever-evolving masterpiece. And for over 5 decades now, one voice has told it like no other. Channel Africa. More than just a broadcaster, Channel Africa is the pulse of the continent, African-led, African-run, and deeply rooted in its heritage. It's the only international station that speaks to Africa in its own voices: English, Kiswahili, Chinyanja, French, and Portuguese. The languages that unite 1 billion people. We have been there through every shift, every milestone, and every triumph. Not just reporting history, but shaping the conversations that define Africa's future. For brands, media planning, and advertisers, Channel Africa is more than just a platform. It's an opportunity. With 25 compelling shows covering current affairs, sports, business, music, and lifestyle, we deliver an engaging Pan-African audience ready to connect, invest, and act. Multi-award winning, internationally recognized, digitally accessible across the globe. When Africa speaks, the world listens, and Channel Africa makes sure of it. For business, for culture, for Africa, partner with Channel Africa, because Africa's voice is the future. Africa has a voice, and that voice is Channel Africa. It keeps you in motion, speaking, singing, questioning, rising. Wake up with Rise and Shine 6 till 9. Peter and Asanda as they bring you breaking news, sharp analysis, and the voices that shape the day. At mid-morning, we get on the move with Palisa and Benjamin, digging into the African lifestyle, people, and the things that make Africa smile. 12 till 1, Africa Update with Lulu Kabu, getting in-depth, powerful stories, and the perspective you won't hear anywhere else. The Upside, 1 till 4, live and real, with Tepuho Likweleni and Nompumelelo Ngubeni. Tame Ngubeni talks money, Africa in business, 4 till 5 p.m., 5 till 6. We put on a little bit more color. Vue d'Afrique with Joel Moteba. We go to East and Central Africa and find Darubinia Africa with I Am Shakif. Madapiri gives us some life. Zochitika, 7 till 8 p.m. Maria Mokumalo comes in 8 till 9. We get some Lucifer knowledge. Kalodiscopia, 9 till 10. We take a look in Africa and beyond. Africa World Hour with Sipiso Makwetla. And we close it up with some love. The Hotlines with Shailen Dikumana, 10 till 12 p.m. on Channel Africa. Across borders, across time zones, on air, online. This is Channel Africa.
Hey guys, so it's about 30 minutes before we have to go onto the show and go live, and we're just having our own little briefing session with the team. We've got our producer in the background, Unsako. We've got my amazing co-host, Mateko Musito.
Also, I'm not amazing.
We've got Unsako that side. And we just, just getting our ducks in a row for the show. Once we go live, there's no turning back. We make mistakes, we make them on air, but we try our best to prepare and ensure that we don't do that when we go on. And when we do, and we laugh about it, guys, we're only human. But this is how it looks like when we're just getting ready for the show. Enjoy. Here we go. Mix. Let's go. Come on. Let the creative juices flow.
The tree, what's at the bottom of it?
The root.
Thank you. If I'm not excited, like I'm just sitting around, I have nothing to do.
It is the original Motswako originator, Double HP with Harambe, and bringing us to 11:30 Central African time. It is the time of the morning. Summertime is not here, but the morning and the living is easy. We're about to get into it. Here is not for the faint of heart. There's nothing serious. Don't take everything to heart. We are just simply sharing thoughts on events that we see happen across the continent when it comes to our celebrities. I mean, they're public figures. We'll always look up to them. We'll always want to hear about them. We'll always want to share about what they're doing. They are part of us. So I'm going to bring my partner in crime, Mbui Vilakazi, and we're going to talk about celebrity entertainment news and gossip. He is out in Durban today at some very cool event. He's going to tell us about the event just before we get into what stood out for him during the week when it comes to celebrity news. I believe the man is good now. Mbuyi, hello. Hello. Mbuyi, hello.
Hello, how are you?
No, you're supposed to say, I'm good.
Oh!
I mean...
Oh, well. We're here now.
How are you?
I'm good. Is that a new trend,
How would you
that I don't know?
trends when you are the master of trends?
Look, the algorithm exposes us to different things, sometimes based on our age.
Did you miss it?
No
Did you miss the new trend?
Oh, Bongi. Oh, okay,
I
You know what? You got me. You got me there. 0 to me, 1 to you. You
I'm
got
gonna
it.
call Mr. Moloto on you.
No, he needs to fetch me.
Yeah. And I'm gonna
You got me there. You got me there. You got me there. Oh, I saw that. The stove thing was just like, oh my word.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's just nice. It's just nice. Anyway, how are you doing and what you doing in Durban?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'm here for the Simon Sabela Mapunu. There's we call it KZN and Film Television Awards. It's a huge event here in Durban. It's here to attend and to see, actors being celebrated, for their work. Yeah.
Okay, so what are you doing there?
Personally, I think I'm here to do, of course, social media, sharing with my with my audience what is happening, who's winning the award, who's not, and covering the red carpet. I'll be doing that. But it's been fun, honestly. Yesterday I tried something I've never done before. I even did quad biking because they're trying to merge tourism and and also promote tourism in KZN. So I even did quad biking. For the first time. I'm not that adventurous, but I really enjoyed myself, actually.
Look at you living like a star. That's super duper nice.
Thank you for asking. Yeah.
So I see that Noma Gigaba is in the mix again. She's one of the people that we're going to be chatting about on our celebrity entertainment, celebrity gossip. I mean, everyone has seen the episode, and I'm sure everyone was talking to their screen in that moment, like when you are answering before the guest also answers.
That episode was fire. Hey, the
mess.
Revelations.
No,
the revelations.
What a mess.
You know what? The affairs. The basically was a show that talks that is focused on women who had public divorces, right? And so she revealed, as we know, that she was married to our former Minister of Home Affairs, Minister of Finance, Malusi Gigaba. So she was just revealing the time during she was married to him, especially infidelity, it seems like was a problem, and her being blindsided because at some point she got arrested. She did not know who arrested her, or rather who laid a charge against her, only to find out later that it's actually her husband. The same husband was accompanying her to the police station and saying, I need to get you lawyers. I don't know why people would do this to you. And then she finds out that it's actually him. That story was just shocking for me. And then I think, but also, she was also warned by his ex-wife that, hey, listen, the person you're in love with is going to give you issues. I mean, they say love is blind. And I do think she was blinded at some point. And then now things happen. But people right now, there's an argument which I want to hear your sentiments, Puleng. So people are saying that, but why are you complaining about you got this man when he was married? If they're now taking him from you, girl, the same way you came in is the same way you're gonna come out. What's your take on that?
I agree. I really agree. And it was my sentiments before it even went further. I mean, even before the sit down, because, no one is perfect. We all make mistakes. And I don't think we should take sides. Nah, I don't think we should ever take sides. It was two adults benefiting what they wanted to benefit from their encounter and their union. So there is no bad guy here now when it comes to the both of them. Because she said it, she validated it that the red flags were there. I was warned from day one. I just didn't want to believe them. So the guy also didn't hold a gun to his head. So it was two people doing what they wanted to do when it served the both of them. It doesn't matter now. That's what I think.
It doesn't matter now, definitely. And but it is one of those shocking stories. But I like that you're saying, we should not take sides. Because to be honest with you, Noma is not. I don't think Noma is a victim. The story is definitely shocking, but she's not a victim.
Yeah,
honestly.
Because she does say she was warned from the early beginning. And she was like, no, don't believe it. Leave me alone. You're jealous. And I'm like, yeah, I've heard that before. I don't know why ladies, when you're trying to show them something from one lady, they think because you're a lady trying to show them something about their man, you're being jealous. It's something that's so common. It's so strange.
Yeah, I know, but so because someone is trying to warn you and be like, look, I've walked this path before, so be careful, be careful. There's thorns there. There's thorns.
Look, unless really the idea was, because she goes on to say, yeah, he wanted a public display of marriage life. He was doing it for the public. I mean, he would say something as far as to say, he would even say, she. Why do I say he? Oh dear. I've been talking English for 2.5 hours. My English bundles have run out now.
Oh my.
She would go as far as to say that this guy would be such I almost used another word which I can't use on the radio, a not nice person, and then suddenly take her out in public, and then suddenly he's nice holding hands for pictures. But when they left, he wasn't a nice person, So I'm like, so you see, both of them were doing it for appearances. She wanted a lavish wedding. She said the wedding was worth there was a couple of million rands. So she wanted it. She got it. He wanted a public whatever. He got it. So they got what they wanted. Now can we just be left out of it? Let's be left out of it.
Yes, Kosabati, give it inner eta, give and take it. I think it's one of those situations, just a give and take situation, honestly. It is what it is, but I think to wrap it up, I want to say, basically for me, that episode, or the revelations from that episode, for me, affirmed that not all that glitters is gold.
No, and there's no such thing as a life that's better than yours, and no such thing as life that's better than yours.
I see you, J. Cole. I see you coming there.
There's no such thing as a life that's better than yours, guys.
You are so on the ball today with trends. I mean, now you're popping J. Cole out of nowhere.
I'm a youngin. People, you don't envy what doesn't belong to you. Focus on what you have and what's going on in your life. That's my take on it.
I agree.
Yeah, so that's it. I mean, look, it was entertaining, I must say, but I'm a realist. So for the first few times when I attempted to watch it, I'd fall asleep. That just goes to show you my interest in the whole thing. I was just like, la, 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 okay. I'd fall asleep. Twice I tried and I would fall asleep. Then the third time I had to finish it in the morning because I also wanted to have something to say when people are talking about it.
Same here. I fell asleep. I fell asleep like 3 times trying to watch that.
Yeah, no.
I'm not the only one. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you got next?
All right. Let's see our notes. Who's
this guy, Bailey? I don't know them. Simon Gubadia.
Simon, yes. Simon
Gubadia.
So let me give you the juicy tea. I know you love juicy scoop, right? Mm-hmm. So there is a lady in the States called Portia Williams, right?
Yeah.
From the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Mm. So this lady was married to this guy called Simon. Simon is from Nigeria. He was based in the States. He was like a millionaire and stuff. Mm. Then they got divorced. And then he got, actually, post-divorce, he got deported from the States. They said he's here. He was not in the States illegally. Mm. So he got deported. He was supposed to be in Nigeria, but he's hiding somewhere in Dubai, or rather in one of the Arab countries. So the wife is coming down to someone to say, you know what, this man toxic, or rather, actually he has dysfunction, in the bedroom, and I think the Nigerian is a West African man. He kind of feels, disrespected. So he's suing her for $5,000. Saying this is really defaming me. The thing is, Portia has said a lot of things about him. It's just ironic that he had to just defend this one aspect, because he's been called a fraud and all these things, but he's just defending this one aspect that there's no dysfunction there in the bedroom department. So he's suing her for $500,000 US dollars. I don't know. What's your take on that?
I understand where he comes from, because just because we've gone a separate way, don't ruin my chances of doing my manly things in the future. Like, girl, it's none of your business. That's important. That's something that you take care of, eh? I understand where he's coming from.
You get it. When you always agreeing with the villains.
There are no villains when people were in love. I don't think they're villains, guys. I think people change. And when they change, you decide when to leave.
Yeah.
And remember, there always are many sides to the story. Just because you have a sit down with this one now, with this lady, doesn't mean that guy can sit and share his own story. You know, let's go back to the Nomam Goma's story.
Yes,
just because she's doing Ama Talks Manje, I was supposed to forget that there was things that she consented to and find someone else a villain. I don't believe when people fall in love, they're villains. When both of you fall in love and are making choices, when it ends, don't pick sides, man. You know, it worked when it worked. When it didn't work, it didn't work. Let the people go.
I like your impartiality as I mean, it shows that you're a journalist. You're very impartial and objective.
Yeah.
But you know what? One day,
So when I come to you and say me and my boo have broken up, you can give me a hug and say skis, man, and listen to me, but don't pick sides. That's my friends. I always tell my friends, you're my friend, yes. I guess you by default you have to support me, but let's not make people villains.
No, let's not make people villains. I agree with that. And also with Portia, funny enough, I don't know, there's an overlap in terms of Portia and Norma, funny enough. Now that I'm thinking about it now, Portia, this man was married. Or when he came on, because we knew of him on The Housewives of Atlanta, and then one moment Portia snatches him from his woman, and then now they got divorced. Because I mean, as I did say, the same way sometimes you come in is often the same way you come out. Or Portia is out, he's deported, and now she's bad mouthing him, calling him all names. Girl, the fact that you're even complaining about the dysfunction there in the bedroom department, let's start. How did you even get this man? You snatched him, on the show when we were all watching, which is, something else.
And it can't function while you are happy. And when you are unhappy now, it doesn't function anymore. I mean,
right? Why are you telling us? Why are you telling us now? Why are you telling us now?
Did you see the saga with Kelly Kumalo? Did you see that?
I saw that, hey?
Guys.
I saw that. Very interesting. You know, did you see the video where she was speaking up, defending herself?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I mean, funny enough, I'm with Kelly on this one. I feel like, guys, we are South Africans. We have a rule of law, which says everyone is presumed innocent until proven guilty. If she is guilty, as people perpetuate, say as she's guilty, it's been how many years? The courts, there could have been something now that I feel like, you know what, at some point we will have to let this go, honestly.
Let what go?
I do think the story of Senzo Omeyiwa is dragging, and it is to some extent wasting state resources.
But then justice hasn't been. So
no, but we.
So
can't,
what are you saying? Let Kelly Kumalo be, or let the case go? Because I'm thinking those are two separate things.
Okay.
Because she wasn't the only one involved. There were many people there. So I think there's this thing with the case in general. There's the case that, yes, the law should follow through. And then there's the Kelly Kumalo thing. So there's that. And I'm like, because now it's going further into... and I'm like, okay, that one, for me, it's done. But the case and the law and trying to get justice, no, we shouldn't let that go. But
for me, both. For me, both. Let Kelly rest, let the case rest. You know, Puleng, we've wasted over millions on this case, whereas the court system is congested. Women are reporting GBV cases. There's no follow-up. We can't put a whole country on standstill for one case that we've tried to solve for years. I was still probably in high school, if I'm not mistaken, when this thing happened.
How old are you?
Listen, I'm that old.
You are so young, Jesus. Wow. It just reminded me of how long it has been, come to think of it.
That's how long it has been, and how much money has been, invested in this case. Imagine,
I think let's wrap it up here.
This was a beautiful. Thank you for a beautiful conversation.
Always. I'm the bestest. I mean, like who else would you be? So we're gonna wrap it up here for today. Have fun in Durban. Let us not hold you in your hotel room. Let's see your hotel room. I'm kidding. Give us a hotel tour. I'm joking.
Soon. That would be nice. Thank you.
Have fun. I'll chat with you again next week.
Have a blessed weekend. Thank you.
Okay, that's all that we have for you in celebrity and entertainment news. I'm in Gozi at the top of it all, 14 minutes before 12 midday. Nola Matlela is in the building. So I'm going to find her so she can tell us what's happening in Africa Chart Toppers. But yeah, we have almost come to the end of the road, the end of the journey. So we're going to take things easy. I hear my voice is also about to leave me. It's been busy. You know, off air, we're busy doing TikTok challenges. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I feel sorry for people that come after me because I'm like up there. And I'm like, I'm sure to come in, you have to be like, pa, up there, so that you take the party where I've left it and take it to another level and another level. But now, guys, can I breathe? Let me take a breathe. A breath.
Get Channel Africa on DSTV Audio Bouquet. Channel 802.
Thank you. If it's not mist, it's mist. If it's not mist in the morning, you can't see the road. It's like a cloud.
Bright and early in the morning.
Like
sometimes your brain experiences.
It rhymes with dog. Thank you. I don't know this one.
This one, guys. Hi, guys. Come on.
What is this? When I'm doing this, thank you. Yeah. No. Yeah. You're so
funny.
Thank you.
Alright.
Nice and easy, clean. Don't forget what caught your eye at 22.
Yes.
And then, yeah, we're good.
Fantastic.
23, my love.
Oh, okay. Show your name on it.
Can I intro it? Yeah.
Go. Coming to you all the way from the Auckland Park Studios in Johannesburg, South Africa, this glorious Thursday afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are live on our social media platforms at Channel Africa on Facebook and YouTube. And of course, if you have DSTV, it's 802 OpenView Channel 628. Download the SABC Plus app so you can take us with you wherever you go. Good afternoon to you, Mateko. How are you doing this afternoon?
My dearest, I am happy that you got the memo that this show is wearing black today. Our social media specialist is wearing black.
Excellent.
Our madam producer is in black. You are in black. I'm in black. I love it for us.
Black.
All black.
We actually need to do a photo shoot.
And actually, a group photo.
Group
Yeah.
photo.
With black elephant. Hello there, my name is Mateko Musito and I am contributing as co-host on a show called The Upside here on Channel Africa. We are in your company wherever you are on the African region between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. in Central African time.
Hey guys, Tebohole Kuleni here from the Upside team on Channel Africa, the African Perspective. Join us every single weekday, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Central African time for the ultimate afternoon drive show.
Bringing you lifestyle, news and views and opinion, most importantly, because that matters always, hey? So catch us on air. I, of course, work with the wonderful Tebohole Kuleni and we are very happy to be here, so join us.
Africa has a voice, and that voice is Channel Africa. It keeps you in motion, speaking, singing, questioning, rising. Wake up with Rise and Shine 6 till 9. Peter and Asanda as they bring you breaking news, sharp analysis, and the voices that shape the day. At mid-morning, we get on the move with Palisa and Benjamin, digging into the African lifestyle, people, and the things that make Africa smile. 12 till 1, Africa Update with Lulu Kabu, getting in-depth, powerful stories, and the perspective you won't hear anywhere else. The Upside, 1 till 4, live and real, with Tebohole Molebatsi and Mateko Musito. Tamengubeni talks money. Africa in Business, 4 till 5 p.m. 5 till 6. We put on a little bit more color. Vue d'Afrique with Joël Moteba. We go to East and Central Africa and find Darubinia Africa with I Am Shakif. Madapiri gives us some life. Zochitika, 7 till 8 p.m. Mariamo Kumalo comes in 8 till 9. We get some useful knowledge. Kalodiscopia, 9 till 10. We take a look in Africa and beyond. Africa World Hour with Sipiso Makwetla. And we close it up with some love. The Hotlines with Shailen Dikumana, 10 till 12 p.m. on Channel Africa. Across borders, across time zones, on air, online. This is Channel Africa.
Right, coming up after the news at 9 o'clock, we have On the Move with Palisa and Benjamin. Good morning, Palisa.
Morning, Peter. How are you?
Always fabulous. Thank you very much indeed.
Doing good. Well, let me tell you a story, Peter. If you look, in fact, just outside this window, right, so you can see the street right next to us. There's a street like coming through, a residential street coming this way. Back in varsity, I went to the University of Johannesburg, the Bunting Road campus on our right, and there's the Kingsway campus on our left. A friend of mine and I went to the library. We couldn't find the book we wanted, so we walked to the Kingsway campus, to that library. Got there, found what we needed, and then walked down through this residential.
Hello, I'm sorry, guys. It's always the case. Me and Nolo are always talking. So if you catch us mid-conversation, understand, Guti, we were just sisterizing because we're sisters.
I mean, we always have so much to catch up on.
Always.
Yeah.
Besides, I studied drama. You studied drama, ne?
Yes.
Yeah, we studied drama together. So, if we're not acting, we are talking.
I love it.
How are you, Ma?
I thought I would be extremely exhausted by today, but for some reason I am surprisingly energetic, and I know why.
Where did you get the energy from?
Coming to Africa Chat Toppers just does that to me.
I was saying that.
Yeah, I get so excited.
Whoever comes after me must just take the, because I just try to. So you must also be.
I have to match the energy. Yes.
Are you good?
I'm good.
I'm good. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
You always smell nice. I'm smelling something. Is it my perfume? Because I also tried to spray myself this morning, but I'm smelling yours.
Okay.
Something water. It smells like water flowers. Like water
Oh, you are
leaves.
almost spot on, Watsuba. You know your fragrance.
What is it called?
I will. Can I talk? I'm not gonna. They must pay me first. They must pay me first.
Okay, I'm not saying advertise the brand.
If I say it, you'll be
the
advertising
flavor?
it, so they must pay me first.
What's the flavor? It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while.
So I've got quite an interesting show. For the first time in a long time, we're having a guest in studio.
Oh,
today.
wait, Nama.
Yeah. I had to. She's an international star. Zimbabwean born, Botswana raised, but she's currently residing in Germany. So she's in South Africa for some time. And I said, girl, why not? Pull through.
What's her name?
Nomina.
Because I was thinking, do I know her?
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
it's exciting setting. But that is in the second hour of the show. Of course, in the first hour, we catch up on music news of the past week. We want to know which musician has been trending, because apparently July is called trending month. It's the month where nobody hasn't trended, but everybody under the sun in this month.
Yeah.
So if you haven't trended, we still have 10 more days left of this month.
Let me try something. Actually, try the challenge. Hopefully, I can trend.
Hey, make sure you trend for the right things, please.
Hey. It doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong day by social media. I'm joking.
So we're going to be doing music news of the past week. And of course, I do have your viral song of the week. That's the song that always comes through with the dancing challenge that everybody on social media is hopping onto.
So when you see this we were doing a bongi challenge off air. So that's why that was our prompt. So guys, look out for our bongi challenge on TikTok. Okay. We're gonna post it after the show. I always just get them busy in the studio. I'm like, guys, let's do the bongi challenge quickly before I go. I mean, also like you said, we've got 10 days still.
10 days left of July. If you haven't trended, you are next on the list.
Yeah, so okay. Definitely did the bongi challenge. Let's check it out and see how it's going so we can also stay trendy. I loved it. I hope it's funny. I hope you find it funny because
I'll definitely hop onto it.
You know, someone who laughs at their own jokes, they're not always funny. And that's myself. That's why I don't like to make jokes because I'll be the only one laughing. Ooh, thank you so much, madam. We shall catch you after 12 o'clock.
Of course.
Right. And thank you so much to all my guests that came through for the past 3 hours on Out and About. A big thank you to all of you. We had great artists. We had a doctor also at the first hour of the show. And Mbui, thank you. Have fun in Durban. I'll chat to you again next weekend. And as for me, please release me. Let me out. Help me get out completely. It's been a very interesting show this morning for sure. I will see you tomorrow on Tech Africa. Bye-bye.
Where culture, travel, and good vibes meet. This is Out and About every Saturday on Channel Africa.
Jojo, she no pitas.